But he's not the one who got lost in the Feywild.
I'll say.
But anyway, so last week, you guys decided to go investigate the satellite office of coal shipping on the docks of Neverwinter. Uh, Two of you decided you would try to sneak in. Only one of you managed to sneak in through the door while the other one got spotted and decided to retreat. But the one who snuck in, our lovely little invisible gnome, decided to play some shenanigans on the people inside, and thus discovered the danger of a hag receptionist. Uh, by the time the rest of the party made it there, he was completely fine. Nothing bad had happened to him at all. But he'd managed to to very much annoy and distract the the people that were that were inside the reception area, and your people were able to quickly dispatch the hag and the guards that were inside, and you discovered not only a locked door which led to the warehouse, a very cold warehouse, but you also discovered a well-appointed office with some sort of teleport circle on the other side. But rather than sit there and investigate that, one of you had decided that they had to go see what was in the warehouse. Opened up the door, discovered that, surprisingly, there were some Yeti inside, moving boxes around. And apparently something imprisoned, yelling in Draconic. Fighting your way through the Yeti, you discovered that there was a young white dragon being held prisoner in there. And well, this caused some of you to want to attack immediately out of just fear of dragons. Some of you did decide to free it instead, and managed to get the others to back down. And while the dragon was not happy with being attacked originally, it decided to cut any losses it had, except the freedom you gave it, and fly out of there, breaking out of the building finally now that it was free of its chains, which were keeping it prisoner. And getting out of there, flying off towards the north, somewhere into the icy regions of the Icewind Dales, maybe, or further away. And I believe that is where we last left off.
Sounds all right.
Yes, in the distance there's a crazy hermit who was trying to sell frog insurance that you chatted with outside, Gale Mill, who's now shouting about dragon insurance. And there are probably people trying to buy dragon insurance from him at this point.
Dragonfly, I have a business, must be booming.
Question though, is he actually making money out of this?
Well, you'll find out eventually if you go back and talk to him. But for now, what would you guys like to do?
I think we should. Do we just want to go through whatever that circle is now?
I mean, we are kind of. It is kind of the reason we came here, to be honest.
I just wanted to make sure everyone was still doing this.
I'm okay with going through. I don't know we don't know what's on the other side, but I'm okay with it.
If everyone else is, then I am as well.
It'll make for a good story.
Yes.
I am curious about one thing. Just before we go, I wonder if these are actually jackfruits and vegetables, if there's something underneath it.
Roll an investigation check, whoever wishes to investigate these boxes and barrels. They are very cold. The bananas are currently feel frozen. Will, as you pick a bunch up, but you do have a bunch of bananas in your inventory. Uh,
Yeah. Let's invest.
Just because if this is a front of some kind, he might be moving something else.
Yes. Smart thinking.
Uh,
The cold air is starting to seep into your bones, but it's still a while off before any of you potentially gain any exhaustion from being in such a cold environment. As you guys search around, it only takes a couple of minutes. You tip into some barrels and boxes together. Poke your way through, and don't discover anything else of interest except for what appears to be there: fruits, vegetables, produce of various kinds. Given given the local area, and the fact that a lot of this produce seems to be from somewhere in the south, possibly as far away as Chult, Phaedra, you recognize a couple of fruits in one of the smaller boxes as some of the stuff you've seen that's perfectly edible from Chult, but that normally wouldn't have survived the trip up here or anywhere else in the vicinity of the Icewind Dales.
she'll go up to that crate and she'll just kind of look at it. It's like, oh, I haven't seen these in a while. Oh, And she'll just grab one just for. She's not gonna steal the whole bunch, but she's just gonna grab one and bite into it just for nostalgia.
Now, biting into it, unfortunately, it is still very cold. It's not quite up to eating temperature. So
Frozen?
It's frozen. Your mouth is very cold. You take roll Constitution saving throw for me, actually.
This feels like a Phaedra thing.
I mean-
Well,
She's resistant to cold damage, and she.
Oh, that's right, she is. So at advantage.
Sweet.
oh, this thing's frozen. Let me bite into.
Actually,
Yeah,
it's kind of like a very fancy dessert like that. You manage to crunch through it, and while it tries to freeze your mouth for a moment, your cold resistance actually overcomes this, and it just slides down your throat, much like a very fancy dessert.
I had like frozen dessert. Like, this is nice. Y'all should try this. This is good.
Ralph will try. Call it
City's just face palming at this man.
Ralthor, roll a Constitution saving throw. Actually, Ralthor, for some reason, your overly hot body just manages to bite through it, and it quickly warms up enough that you don't take any cold damage either. It's just lovely. It's very nice, just like Phaedra described.
Phaedra looks over at Ralphor, like mouth full of fruit, and just goes, yeah, see? And just like kind of nods.
Oh, hell yeah. This is amazing. Everybody, grab one.
Logan is gonna look around for fancy bottles of wine
Roll an investigation check.
to remember this occasion.
You do not locate any wine whatsoever.
What a shabby establishment! They don't even have wine.
Logan, you do realize this isn't an establishment.
I see what-
Spectre is.
I have no idea what you're talking about, my
Aw.
friend.
All right.
Go on, guys.
Yeah.
Enough eating. Let's go.
Okay.
Logan looks very wary of the specter. He's like, yeah.
Calm down, Logan. It's fine.
You coming, Ralthor?
Yeah, I'm coming. Do you want me to move?
I'll move it if that's the case.
I mean, we're just going to the next part of the map, right?
Well, actually, I'm not even going to worry about shifting your map yet. So you guys head back into the office. It's unchanged from where you saw it. The door into the teleport room is still open. What would you guys like to do?
Shall we try the teleporting thing?
I don't know how this works.
Well,
The glyphs across from the door are still the same. There is a picture of a boat, the picture of a gate, and the picture of waves, with a teleport circle on the floor. There's enough room in that room to fit all of you, and there's some sort of light overhead that seems to be glowing,
So
just
either
giving
the waves,
light to the room.
either the waves mean water deep, or the boat does.
I mean, it would. If the gate means Baldur's Gate, it would kind of make sense for the waves to mean water deep.
I agree, Betty.
And if maybe the
Well, it's a big trade city, isn't it?
I suppose I never really.
Roll a history
there a
check
little
on Luskin if you would like to know more.
Let's see if she remembers. Not. History's not her strong suit. Well, you know.
So, well, Shuri just kind of has
Gets
vague...
a headache!
Shuri basically just has vague memories of childhood, and of course, Biddy could probably tell you more, but he's not really paying attention at the moment. Phaedra, on the other hand, suddenly remembers all sorts of good stuff about Luskin. And she remembers that there's, a lot of boats there, that there are it was known as a place for piracy at one point. There is a huge magic school, and there's just a lot of trade coming in and out. I mean, it's basically the last stop up to the Icewind Dales. So a lot of, basically a lot of produce, like this in here in this warehouse would definitely be shipped up there, just to, ship back and forth, just to give the people of in the Icewind Dales, fresher foods. And maybe taking back furs and other and minerals and stuff like that they have in abundance.
Yeah, big city, a little bit of for trade, a little bit of piracy, but yeah, I think that boat might mean Luskin. I'm with Biddy on this one.
So perhaps we touch the symbol of the boat and it turns it on.
I guess
Possibly.
we have to make sure that. How do we touch the? Can you touch the symbol and be in the circle at the same time?
Yeah, the circle is basically filling the entire room. Across from the door is the Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Across from the door are the three symbols. Basically, you'd be standing in the circle if you touched them.
Okay, cool.
So everyone in the room, and then we touch the symbol for the Luskin, the boat.
Rothel's just gonna.
Okay.
Rothel's going to attempt to just touch it right now.
All right.
Well, we are
Attempt
all
to-
in the room, so it's
No.
fine.
If anybody.
Yeah.
It's fine.
We're in.
Okay, well he's going to touch.
Oh.
The Luskin one.
Yeah, the boat.
The boat.
The boat, yes.
Ooh,
All
map.
right. Yep.
This is a nice place.
And you guys instantly get, you feel a bit of discomfort. Your stomachs kind of swirl for a moment, and suddenly you find yourselves in basically a similar room, except that instead of the three symbols you just left, you see the symbol of first a, sorry, at first you see a symbol of a gate, symbol of what looks to be either a mountain or a volcano of some kind, and the symbol of waves.
Well, at least we know the system now.
Oh, that's convenient.
So we just teleported.
Yes, we did.
Oh.
This room
May
looks
I
the same.
suggest?
I touch another one.
No.
No.
May I just suggest that we low key, like after the investigation of that warehouse is over, we low key buy it.
I'm just making
I
sure.
agree.
I'm just making sure you guys can see it right now, correct? Okay, cool.
Yes.
Make sure my
I
daylight planning
agree,
is working
Will.
fine.
I agree.
So as you turn around, away from those symbols, you find yourself facing a door, and there is some kind of glowing symbol right next to it. It seems to be green in color, and it's just kind of intermittently flashing a little bit. It's like would go. It's just solid, and then it blinks solid for a little bit, blinks.
Can I attempt an Arcana check?
Eldritch Sight.
You can detect magic. Well, it's definitely magical, as is the symbols behind you and the teleport sigil underneath you.
What kind of magic?
Let's see. Teleport magic underneath conjuration. Oof. God damn it! Why do I not remember all the tip of my head? I'm guessing illusion magic would probably be the most likely school for this. I am not 100% on that. You can correct me if I tell it what you find out what it actually does. But I would go with illusion magic.
Out of character, is anybody else having Grizz break up, or is it just on my end?
I wasn't.
Break it up a tiny bit.
Little bit.
Yeah, very tiny bit,
damn it,
but
because
it's not. I can understand what she says.
Because you guys are breaking up every once in a while for me too, but it's not as bad as I usually when I have to reboot yet again. Because I already rebooted this morning. And...
Let me try to reconnect.
Okay.
I'll be back.
No.
I'm
If it's not one
thinking-
person, it's another.
I'm thinking about dispelling this thing.
Yeah.
Logan is gonna speak up. If it's an illusion, can't we just walk through it? Like, it's an illusion.
It's just a tiny little glowing thing, just like what similar to what Will had seen the one guard looking at on the desk back at the other place.
It's just like the detection type thing that we. So.
Detection isn't illusion, though.
Mm.
There are different schools of magic.
But if
it's
it's
like-
similar, it's basically
The
what I'm
light
trying
ones.
to say. The light,
Yeah,
some of the symbols, the size of it. It's a small little glowing thing right next to the door.
Hold on, if this thing is like the thing back at where we came from, then I think maybe it's telling us there's no one in the next room.
Ooh.
Because surely that is what this would be like. He doesn't want anyone to find his teleportation circle. So he
But we should
wouldn't
should
want
be
anyone to
cautious
see him
with that.
walk out of the closet, so to say.
In case,
I can get rid of it.
I'm gonna touch the wall with the symbol on it.
All right. It basically flashes for a moment, and then you feel it just kind of you feel a little tingle for a second, and then it just kind of turns red.
And that's another color. I'm not sure if that's good.
I don't think it's good.
Stop
Will-
touching it.
Will is walking through.
Hey, Ralph,
Yes.
can you
Walking
touch the
through
symbol
or
for a
trying to
second?
open the door.
Oh, it's locked?
No, I didn't say it was locked. I said the door was
Rather
closed.
No, it's not.
The door is closed
If
in
I had
front
the-
of you.
Hold up.
If I had the ability.
Next to the door is the green now red
Oh, I
symbol.
want.
Ralph, can you touch the red symbol for me? Just
Ralph
Humor
will
me.
touch the red symbol.
How long do you leave your hand or finger there?
Just a quick touch.
It turns this orangey color for a moment and then continues back to red.
that's a different reaction.
Interesting.
Is the door unlocked?
Orange.
Let's see. I'm gonna try to. Well, first I'm gonna put my ear to the door and see if there's anyone on the other side.
Roll a perception check.
Vader will assist.
You don't hear anything.
I'm going to listen.
You don't hear anything either.
We're just going to.
Yeah.
We'll go to open the door.
Alright. You open the door. Let me move to dynamic lighting real quick and let you see the room. The door just kind of slides open, revealing a nicely appointed office. Kind of similar to the one that you just left, except that there is a glowing little statue of what looks like a gold frog sitting on the desk. The gold frog's eyes are red, and they're flashing. The mouth falls open, and a green smoke just suddenly pours out of it.
But
Everybody roll even as you're doing that, Will, it doesn't seem to have any effect. Everybody roll a Constitution saving throw. Phaedra and Biddy, you get it at advantage.
I'm actually immune to it.
Not this one.
Poison.
If it's
That's-
poison necklace thing that shouldn't allow me to gain poison at all.
It's
Apparently
not.
it's not poison.
It's not actually poison.
Logan is too fabulous for this.
God.
Shut up, it doesn't matter.
Okay. Will and Will, Ralthor, and Biddy, you just suddenly slump to the ground. We seem to be missing somebody. Oh, nope, we got Shiori, Phaedra, and Logan. You look around and you see your three companions have just dropped out unconscious to the floor.
Something that I can't do
oh
in
my
real
gosh.
life.
I think I would be there if I opened the door and walked in.
Were you at all invisible? You didn't declare invisibility at the time.
I did not.
So you're still visible. You cast while you did cast dispel magic, it didn't have any effect whatsoever on the frog. This was not a magical effect, so it was, and it's only sort of it's not exactly a poison because it didn't affect your HP at all, but it kind of reacts with certain things like dwarf constitution, for example. But
Is it still pouring out?
it continues to pour out for another little bit, and then begins to dissipate slowly. What do the three of you who are awake do?
Cinder is going to flap her wings really hard and try to dissipate.
If Cinder is there, she needs to also roll Constitution saving throw.
Oh, sure. Hold on 1 second.
I'm gonna attempt to shake Will awake. Jesus.
Oh, Cinder is awake.
Well, it's another night of natural 20s.
She's going to flap her wings really hard and try to dissipate the poison away from those that are, or whatever this substance is, away from the group to try to just get it to dissipate a bit. So she's just flapping her wings very hard.
I'm gonna use.
I can't hear. I can't hear Logan at all.
I'm gonna use prestidigitation to make it smell nicer.
The gas itself didn't actually have an odor.
It just smells nicer then.
Okay.
Is Will invisible?
No, he's not.
I'm not.
He's actually
Okay.
just laying there on the ground.
Phaedra kneels down and picks, kind of just, cradles Will's body and is like, Will! Wake up!
At the moment,
And
there's no response from him.
Oh, what happened?
Spectre.
I'm gonna investigate the desk to see if there's a button on the desk.
All right. As you start going through paperwork and looking for buttons, which you don't seem actually roll investigation check.
I could try to smack him, maybe.
Just wake up, bitch! Sorry.
I don't know. What do we do?
I don't know.
Okay. And she'll just, give him a good whack right across the face.
Roll
Wow.
an attack. Do an attack roll then.
Manhandle the old man, would ya?
Okay, so it's just a strength. Let's see.
Uh-oh.
Lightly smack.
strength plus your damage and other things.
Well, it's just she's not attacking with a weapon, so it'd just be like what? Or
it's still like what 1 plus strength modifier.
So 6 points.
Yeah. Will, you get to reroll your Constitution saving throw at this point.
Well, great. Fireball minutes.
Still unconscious. Now, at this point, the door across the way opens up, and 2 people walk in and pause as they see that 3 of you are still awake. One is a white-scaled dragonborn, kind of dressed very simply, with some blue sashes and mostly pants and everything like that. She's just kind of narrowing her eyes and staring at you. The other is a large man, who kind of fits the description that you were given of Abi, or Obi, which Abi I think is what Faber told you. And he just kind of folds his arms. Great. That looks like the elf and the dwarf are still awake. And whatever that is, a pathetic little guy, kind of dismissing Logan completely.
Ew, regret that.
I'm trying to find a token. Oh, somebody vanished.
No, there was somebody who popped in. I don't know who that
Roxy.
was.
Great, I hate when people do that.
I don't know who Roxy is.
Yeah. So the large man just kind of stares at the rest of you, and then grins at Shuri and Phaedra. Look, if you two want to come quietly with us right now, we won't have to kill you.
Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Do you know Cole?
Oh, you mean the boss?
That's good to know. Now I won't have any more regrets.
The Dragonborn just kind of laughs at that. Yeah. But looks like they're not gonna surrender. Guess we get to kill them after all. This'll be fun. And then he laughs in turn. Yes, Yuki, you get to have some fun with them. I don't know about that one. They look over towards Logan. The boss might want to talk to him. I guess the others are probably still unconscious in the other room. Good. The boss did say to leave the tiefling unharmed.
Phaedra turns, sword and axe at the ready.
You're holding Will.
Drop me on the floor real hard.
Okay, drops Will on the floor real hard.
Just toss me over your shoulder. Toss me over your head like backwards in the room. Other room.
Yeah.
Maybe I
So
can
she
frame on the way.
She turns and
So as you guys watch, Oberon just kind of smashes. Oberon, the big guy, kind of smashes his hands together, grins widely, and begins to shift form a bit, growing even larger. And his skin turns a rather distinctive bluish haze. As Yuki also smashes her hands together.
oh goody, I know what that is.
Well, that's a thing.
Oh no. Is that an... Oh no.
No, I believe it's pronounced Oni.
Yep.
Should the people asleep roll initiative?
We're
No.
asleep.
You're very unconscious. Actually,
So does
Will, you get to roll again because she dropped you.
Cool.
Cool.
Come on, Will.
Cool.
Unfortunately, you're still unconscious. The smoke, the gas has done its
No.
job.
God damn it, Will!
Well, this is gonna be a fun session.
Oh, I'm gonna go get something to drink then. Have fun, guys.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, I'm gonna pour another glass of sherry.
I'm just gonna keep playing this game.
Sorry.
Good to know that Grizz wants a TPK. This is fine.
No, I'll be right back a second. I just realized that I need to turn the cold air on. 1 second.
Speaking of warm temperatures, Europe is fucked. I hate this summer.
You know?
Oh, You wait until you come to Australia and summit.
Back.
I'm not planning to.
Sorry about that.
Trust me, if I could, if it became summer here, I'd get a plane ticket to Canada or some shit.
Yeah.
So Shiori, what do you do?
Bonus action, Hexblade's Curse on Oberon there.
Okay.
So that down.
God damn it! Why did you have to call it?
I'm back.
Uh,
I have an idea.
What else do you do, Shiori?
sure, probably. She can't get close enough. She's gonna move here, and she's gonna
Oh,
hold her action.
Phaedra's not on the initiative order. Phaedra.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Sorry, I just read that, I saw 6 people on there. I didn't notice that one of them was the Spectre companion.
Technically, she rolled an 18. I'll fix it.
I'm not even seeing her on the board here.
Just quick
What
token.
the fuck? Yeah.
There we go. Put your initiative in. Alright. So what else do you do, Shiori? I'm sorry.
I'm holding my action. If any of them get within striking distance, I have my shield and time out.
Okay. Spectre. What does the Spectre do?
It's gonna attack the biggest threat.
Nice.
Alright, so he's
Oh
going
my.
after Oberon.
I'm sure he'll save, but he's gonna make a DC 10 Constitution saving throw.
Alright, I'm just double checking something to make sure that they're not resistant to that. Alright. Yep, he takes the hit. And he has to roll Constitution saving throw. Yep, he saved on that. He got a 22 on both rolls. Sorry, never whisper rolls.
Yeah, he's just being a threat, basically.
Yuki cracks her knuckles and just grins. And she immediately heads over to the Spectre. Heads over here, so she's flanking. And unleashes an unarmed strike at it. Hold on, where's her advantage toggle? Advantage.
Okay.
She
Question.
is a she has magic hands. She's a monk. So that does count as a magical weapon. Oops. You take an attack roll. You can spend 1 key to make an unarmed strike as a bonus action. She also has extra attack, which means she actually gets to do that 2 more times.
Well, isn't that a bitch?
So yeah, she's just going smack, 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 smack on the Spectre.
Oh, that's 3 attacks. Didn't hit any of us.
Phaedra.
Okay, so previously I had said that Cinder was furiously flapping her wings around those that were asleep to try to dissipate the poison.
The poison already, the gas seems to already be dissipating.
Yep.
They're kind of sinking away.
Yep. She is going to do cooldown,
Alright.
and she is going to
I didn't hear any of that.
throws.
I didn't hear any of that.
So she's in between those because she was dissipating that poison. She is going to do cooldown
Okay.
and try to get everybody to take 2 points of cold damage.
Well, all right. It only counts for whatever's immediately underneath of her. It's not actually an area effect. Is she attempting to just waft this towards Ralthor at the moment? Is that what she's doing?
She was in between all of them, so yeah, I guess we'll do Ralthor first. Because Phaedra's tried waking up Will.
Alright. So, Ralthor, you get to do a Constitution saving throw.
Way.
Nope, you're unconscious.
So technically,
And you take 2 points of damage.
okay. Well, it would be 2 separate saves, one for the 2 points and then one to...
No, actually, this is just 1 save altogether.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I failed you.
I tried.
Besides, if it was 2 separate saves, he already rolled twice.
I mean, that's with advantage, but okay, I'm not gonna... Okay.
No, because there was no advantage. Yeah, there's no advantage on the follow-up saves, is what I was trying to say. So it's like, yeah, he rolled twice. So
I get it.
Already
No. You're fine. You're fine.
Yeah. He loses 2
okay,
points
so
of health. Sorry,
5,
sorry,
10,
Valthor.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. And she's gonna go for Yuki.
Yuki. Now I want to watch Future Diary again. Gonna.
She grimaces
Wait.
as you start smacking her, and she kind of like looks you in the eyes with her cold blue eyes, and says, "I am going to rip you apart, dwarf. Feast on your insides."
I certainly would love to see you try.
Logan.
Ye will ruin the day that will mock the great Logan Keane.
Oh, here we go. Phaedra just kind of sighs and rolls her eyes a little bit and shakes her head.
I'm gonna do Mantle of Inspiration on me, Phaedra, Shori, and Ralphor, because I have 1 extra person to put.
So,
Any
question:
hit
Do we
points?
still have the temp?
You still have the what?
Temporary HP from the last battle? Because I still have some from Logan.
Yeah, but it dissipates. You can't get more temporary HP. It's just the highest you get.
Okay, I just didn't know.
And I get to
Temporary
move.
HP
My
doesn't stack.
reaction, I get to move.
Yeah, if you want to move and flank Yuki, you can now as a reaction free without opportunity attacks or anything. As can I, which means. Haha! And
Fair.
I'm also using my action to cast Bane, because fuck these motherfuckers laughing at me like that. No way. Hell no. See if you're better than my. Oh fuck! Why is he better than my charm? How can he beat my charm? It's tricky.
Okay, I couldn't hear
Started.
Shuttle at all again.
Said he's not the most charismatic. Oh my god!
Well,
Yuki recognizes my true essence and submits to my bane. Then, I guess, yeah, I'm just gonna hang out here.
She kind of growls at all that. Oberon kind of looks at all this, and looks over at Shiori, looks at Phaedra. You are hurting something I care for, dwarf. I guess it's time that I hurt something you care for. And moves up here, back kind of up against the bookcase as he gets into flanking position with Shiori, and pulls out his glaive. And just starts attacking Shiori.
yeah. Cool.
So the first one misses because of Displacer Cloak, right?
Yeah, actually, that's true.
Actually,
The
it's a flat roll. They both had
Oh yeah,
How is it flat?
flanking advantage.
that's right.
Oh.
That's like brain spinning for a moment here.
Does the Spectre get an opportunity attack?
He would, I believe.
Yeah.
So,
What's your AC, Shiori?
18.
Cool. Bracers of Shield. She'll cast as a reaction and increase AC by.
Doesn't that only work for the first hit, though?
It's
Oh,
the
no,
shield spell,
Oh yeah, that lasts until the turn.
so both of them miss.
Ooh. I regret you having that now, since you could use it as reaction against anything.
Damn, Phaedra. Well done.
Thank you. I will link the spell just so you can read it.
Yeah, no, I remember it. It's just that I suddenly forgot that you could do that on anything as a reaction.
I
Sure,
only,
got
only
two.
can use it twice per
Yeah.
long rest, so.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, Oberon's now not very happy about that. Sherry.
You know, he looks fairly well. Yuki does not. I'm gonna finish that one. So attacking Yuki with advantage. Some that misses.
Yep. Okay, dances out of the way of the first one. And gets smacked by the second one.
You know. Do I do this? No, I'm not gonna do this.
See a
Actually,
bit of blood dripping against her white scales.
that's end of her turn.
And
Spectre's going to just go for Yuki.
ooh.
Oh.
Don't punch the Spectre. It doesn't like it.
Hold on, I'm
When-
just checking something on something real quick.
Yeah.
I'm just like I said, I'm still just checking something. I'm like, I rolled up the monk, but I forgot exactly what certain things can do. Like, I'm trying to remember what the dodge action does.
Dodge
Disadvantage.
action
Grants
disadvantage.
disadvantage.
But you can only do that on your action as a bonus action.
Yeah.
Actually, no.
Unless
I have a
you're covered.
there's a. Oh no, it's a bonus action. Your turn. Never mind. Actually, she would have done. Yeah, never mind. I forgot to use that because I'm not used to dealing with monks. I just wanted to roll up a monk character for people fighting. So yeah, technically that would still hit. I don't like retconning things that I've already saying that I've done that when I forgot to. And I'm the one who forgot to say patient defense before, because
Yeah, he also punched the Spectre 3 times too.
Yeah, flurry of blows.
That's true. She already used the defense. She already used her thing.
I mean, you can spend key as
Yeah,
much
that's-
as you want,
That's what that was my thought on that. That's what I forgot to do.
but it's still a bonus action.
Yeah, still a bonus action.
Yeah. So it's also a Constitution saving throw.
She succeeds.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, please. Bane.
That wouldn't matter.
Yeah,
Oh,
the
yeah.
DC's 10.
Oh yeah, my.
Yeah, we'd like to keep Yuki alive, I suppose. Well, she don't know her name. The Dragonborn.
Well, actually, Oberon said it.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Wait, I
Unconscious.
missed something. What? I didn't hear it in Discord. What? Why are we leaving this one alive?
Read chat.
Questions.
Okay.
I disagree.
All right. She is going to use Step of the Wind to disengage. which lets her run 30 feet. And she is going to dash out the door since she can't get to the room over there, since this room is way too big. You just kind of grimaces over towards Oberon and nods her head for a moment, and then you just basically see her do a jump or roll and dash out out of the room.
Chris, don't monks get extra move?
Yes, but she had some things planned. She is running out the door.
Oh no.
Which makes it Phaedra's turn.
Phaedra sees Yuki run off and then looks over at the blue-skinned figure. Oh, you want to threaten her? You have to deal with me first. And she will attack. Bonus action, Shield Master, and she's going to try to make him go. Contested athletics.
Okay. This is against the creature larger than you, right? And it.
Yeah, I can go one step higher, and that's it.
Just within feet of your shield. So yeah, he kind of falls over at this point. The problem with floating in the corner is it's very difficult to do stuff over here. There we go. Logan.
I'm gonna victoriously take steps forward. Foul beasts! You will learn not to mess with. I whispered to Shur, what's her name again? Or what's you guys' name?
Shuri and Phaedra.
I roll from Phaedra.
Don't we have a group name?
Iron Roses.
You learn not to mess with the Iron Roses. And I'm gonna.
It's just facepalm.
I'm gonna make him smell something bad with precious hesitation.
You have to describe what
But
bad
why?
thing you're trying to smell, because you don't know what a Ani might not like, and you can't just say smell something bad. You have to decide.
Like the poop of the creature that I was locked in with.
That thing, you never found any poop from that thing.
Okay, then I'll guess the smell the weird tentacle lady gave off, if I remember that. Maybe it'll remember it and shake in fear. I don't know.
Roll a history check to see if you remember.
Look, I
Do I
have no
remember
offense.
briny tentacles? That is the question.
Nope.
The answer is no.
You do not remember how she smelled. You weren't even offended by it because even though you were so close to her.
This is fine.
What smell would you like to waft around here?
Stinky socks. Why not? I don't know. Stinky socks, like the one next to his face.
Okay, so the smell of stinky stock starts filling the area. Anything else you wish to do, Logan?
Smell.
I'm gonna pose victoriously.
Looks over shoulder, sees the victorious Logan. What?
Cause confusion.
Pretty much.
Turns back to the Oni.
So at this point, he turns into a gaseous form. And just starts zipping out towards the door. Do any of you have anything that can counter this?
I can still get attack opportunity, just as resistance to non-magical damage,
Yeah.
it looks like.
Yep. Go for it.
Yeah,
I'm gonna smack I'm gonna smack him.
Vader smack him well.
Where's...
Yeah, both of you have magical damage. So yeah, he takes. Let's see, he takes 23 points of damage, but he still manages to zip out the door as a gas form.
Can he be affected by the Spectre's attack? Or
Yeah, I think so. Go for it.
I'm just gonna...
Oops, forgot that he's not a PC thing, which means I can't bring out.
And technically, wouldn't he have to make a concentration check since that hit to see if he maintains
That
gaseous
was-
form?
That was the last thing that he was doing, so give me 1 second. Whoops.
Oop.
Yeah, apparently it didn't save to that. I was hoping it would. Oh, that's why, because I didn't set it as HP. It was just showing the... Sorry about that, because this was for an actual character, not an individual character, not a just random NPC. Well, it's not a random thingamajiggy. Sorry.
He needs you.
Okay.
Sorry about that. Let's see. He was at... I think it was like about that. And... Let's go. -10 plus Constitution saving throw. Ooh. Which means he actually takes... an additional 10 damage on that. Cool. Maximum hit points have just gone down. And he has to make his... And he makes the second one because the second one's there for the concentration check. And he zips out the door as a gaseous cloud. 1 second, let me fix this token here. Sorry, I thought the token was fine, but apparently I forgot to reset that. Door is still open. Roll a roll for perception. So, Phaedra, as you're kind of like reeling from all this, Shiori, you start to hear the sound of pounding feet coming down the corridor.
Spectre's gonna show how the Spectre kind of like basically, well, like, can't actually have him waiting around the corner, but he's waiting around the corner for...
Well, he pokes out the door and immediately just sees a short hallway, north and south, with a set of 2 doors across from it. Both slightly open. Just a passageway to the north, which seems to lead into the reception area, which you can vaguely the Spectre can vaguely make out daylight past that. And then some sort of weird door to the south. There are people filing out from the reception area, coming towards you, all dressed in some kind of uniform, just similar to what you saw back at the other warehouse. Looks like guards with maces and hand crossbows and such.
He's gonna wait like around the corner of the door, so as soon as one of them pops ahead, he's gonna
Well,
attack him.
if it can see if it can see them, they can see it. So, one of them lets loose with a crossbow bolt, and it misses. It thunks into just above the doorway.
He'll pull himself.
Can you repeat that?
He's just pulling himself around the corner and waiting, I guess, right there.
Okay.
Do you relay this information to us? That people
So, not anywhere near the actual door, but in the hallway beyond that, with plenty of room, because the hallway actually stretches out about 15 feet across from this door. 2 guards show up. They instantly see Logan Keene and let loose crossbow bolts right at him. They're nowhere near in striking distance for the Spectre.
Yeah.
Both of them miss. They kind of thunk into the wall behind him.
Sure, he's gonna try to... Can she bolt toward Biddy?
She'd be in range of another crossbow strike.
Yeah, that's fine.
Front.
As
Logan,
so as Shiori and Phaedra run, two more crossbow bolts just come zinging in. Logan, roll a dexterity saving throw.
I didn't even...
Yeah, Logan, you dodge out the way as one of the crossbow bolts nearly strikes the floor at your feet, where you had been standing. They both wing past Phaedra.
I'm gonna run towards a corner and minor illusion a white flag and wave it around.
I'm going to not slap, but punch Biddy in the face.
All right, roll make an unarmed attack roll.
Phaedra will try with Will.
All right. Completely misses for some reason, Biddy. And as Phaedra, as you move back towards Will, more crossbow bolts come flying towards you. Neither of them hit. These guys have terrible aim.
She smacks Will across the face again.
Make it. You have to do damage as well. Oh, that's,
It's 6 points.
6 points of damage
What
to
the
Will.
What the fuck?
Will, you get to roll Constitution saving throw at advantage.
Please wake up.
Nope,
No.
you're still unconscious.
God damn it, Will!
I'm gonna
Stop fucking beating me up.
I'm gonna keep repeating the attempt of punching the unconscious Biddy. Because he's a dwarf and he usually resists the poison.
Yeah, that hits Biddy. How much
Don't worry, you
damage
take
do do?
1 point of damage.
What happened?
Biddy, roll Constitution saving throw.
Wake up.
Could she already hit me instead?
Yeah, that's what I was. Yeah.
Unfortunately, Biddy, you're still cold,
Yeah,
but you
he's
take
a
1
dwarf.
point of damage. It's not poison anymore.
Ah.
It's just resistant to the fact that he's unconscious. He's already taken the things.
Sure. I'm scared I'm gonna kill Will.
I'll look
More,
over.
guys! Before Phaedra can move, more crossbow bolts come out her way, and miss.
I'm
Logan,
gonna-
Logan, roll a dexterity saving throw.
God damn it.
Biddy, wake the fuck up!
A crossbow bolt comes zinging right into your leg for 9 points of damage.
Who?
I'm gonna...
Logan. Basically,
How far-
the crossbow bolt that misses Phaedra, and as Logan steps over, it just lands right into his leg and hits something vital, and blood
I'm
starts
gonna walk-
pouring out.
I'm gonna close the door.
How the hell did we
Close
miss
the door.
Biddy?
I don't know! I rolled a 5!
Yes, I closed the door.
More crossbow bolts you just barely make it into the room as you close the door, Logan, but they miss. As
I closed the door.
blood comes pouring out of your leg and just starts dripping all over the floor.
Can I lock it? The
Uh,
door?
There doesn't appear to be a lock on this side.
Ah! Ik ga weg.
Fucking hell.
Cool. Ik klop op het... Waar willen we naartoe, jongens?
Vader's gonna try to smack Biddy again.
I'm gonna keep trying to wake up Will. I'm like, God damn it, Will, wake up!
Ik zal Ralph schudden. Want Ralph liep hier zomaar alleen. Dat is een beetje oneerlijk.
Roll Constitution saving, please, Biddy.
Ah!
Wake the fuck up! Damn it!
Ik klop Ralph voor in de
Ralph-
face.
Ralthor, roll Constitution saving throw.
We lost him from Discord.
Oh,
He's restarting his computer.
yeah, I'll get him then.
Should we, guys? How long it'll take before they get to the door?
If anything, would Spectre come back? I say Neverwinter. Well, at least we can recover there.
Yeah, but we don't. Ja, sure. Go.
Okay.
Ik klop op het symbool dat wij geassocieerd hebben met Neverwinter.
We can't understand you, Quinn.
I push the symbol that we associated with Neverwinter.
Okay.
The volcano.
Nothing happens. Except that
Oh.
the frog mouth in the next room pops open again and more of that gas pours out.
Oh, fuck me.
Oh no.
Shiori, Logan, and Phaedra. Constitution saving throw.
You guys should have.
Shiori falls unconscious. Logan falls unconscious. Phaedra, you have advantage because you're a dwarf.
Oh,
And you're still awake, but everybody. Oh, you have to roll for Cinder as
Let me
well.
get. Yep, doing that now.
What about me?
You're
still
still unconscious.
Well, we're fucked.
A 15 isn't to save. Okay.
The fuck?
Cinder, give us our naturals. 20s, goddammit.
Is this the DC of this like 20?
Yes.
Jesus.
Oh god.
Jesus
God.
Christ.
Hey.
Okay.
Well, I'm never waking up then.
Nah.
It will go away after a while.
Phaedra's going to give her a good smack. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Can
Alright, I'm gonna go back.
really be put magical sleep?
Oh!
It's not magic.
It's a poison.
Darn.
Ish.
Ish.
But isn't really poison magic?
Oh god.
That was on. Yeah.
I can't wait till the moment that we all die because they don't
Yeah,
try
I
to
can't
wake
wait
us.
until Phaedra just kills the entire party by trying to wake them up.
It's like Death 5 trying to be saved.
You hear a voice from outside the door. This is your final warning. Surrender or be killed. It didn't sound like either of the voices you heard earlier who came into the office. It sounds like probably one of the guards out there.
Oh, I need a. Hold on.
Oh no, Phaedra, don't do it. No. No.
Oh no, I need to roll a dice. Don't
No.
say that.
Yeah, I
No,
need
no,
to roll
no.
decision
Let me
die.
roll a dice.
I know. I have a feeling I know what the decision die will be about. No, please don't.
Is it to
Don't.
decide if you're gonna offer Logan Keen to let you guys?
Please don't.
Okay. Even she does. Odd she doesn't. Even she does.
No.
I will come out and you can take me, but let them be.
No.
It's like that's not the deal. We have to take all of you prisoner. Says whoever voice comes back.
Fuck you. And she steps out the door.
No.
Slap us. please.
Splinter's following the last order.
Yeah, can I just give a Shiori a good smack?
Kick in the stomach. Come on.
Accidentally step on her hand. That's all.
Nah, I don't think that hits her.
I'm kind of on the ground.
What are we going for the DC on the strength here? This is
Yeah, because technically it would be with advantage because everybody's prone. But I don't know what the DM wants.
Yeah, you can hit her. Actually, is that Cinder or is that?
That's Phaedra, actually. I
Okay.
just had the wrong thing selected.
That's
Sorry.
okay. Cool. Just making sure.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's still that's still gonna smack her some. That takes half damage.
Can
Does Shiori roll with advantage?
No.
Oh.
can Cinder headbutt somebody as Phaedra walks out?
Sure. Who does Cinder headbutt?
Okay, she will headbutt Ralthor.
Poor Ralthor.
Oh.
Nope. Ralthor's head is too hard.
Okay.
That's number 14.
Oh, right, with advantage. So yeah,
advantage.
that would hit him. Ralthor, roll Constitution saving throw.
Come on, Ralph.
Come on.
You're our only hope.
Don't bring Star Wars into this.
Well, he is the golden boy.
Yes! Now stop Phaedra from doing the dumb!
Ralthor's eyes open suddenly, and he sees Cinder over him. It looks like Cinder just headbutted him. His head hurts. He took another point of damage.
Wake them up. I will hold the door. And she
Um,
closes the door behind her.
Just as soon as I felt the headbutt, I headbutt back.
Okay, make an attack roll, which is your strength.
Yeah, no.
Nope, that completely misses.
Cool. Our hands are in the middle of these two.
Oh no.
Oh, okay. So wake everyone up. Got it. I slap Logan. I want to slap Logan.
Okay, so Phaedra, after all this, is still deciding that she wants to take on the guards.
She's protecting the group in the room, and she's guarding the door.
All right.
Oh, Phaedra, no.
I rolled a die! I rolled a die!
Ralthor,
14.
Ralthor and Phaedra.
Close the door.
She did close the door. She did close the door.
Spectre
Oh.
and Cinder need
Hey.
to be on that.
Okay.
Correction, Logan closed the door. Don't take the few things he did away from him.
No,
Yeah, but-
Sorry.
Wrong door.
Oh, that door. I'm sorry.
I said Cinder needs to be on that turn order too.
I know. I'm clicking. One
Oh,
second,
okay, sorry, cool.
I'm
I thought-
clicking furiously.
the Spectre is holding its action for anyone to come in that room is going to get us, well, not a happy ending.
Alright, so the door pulls open. Spectre, make your attack. Spectre, here's a scream as the first guard that tries to charge in instantly dies, I think. Hold on, let me check. Actually, I think they just get really, really badly hurt from that.
Just
Okay.
like, pop.
Surprise, motherfucker!
Why do I feel like that there's just gonna be a pile of dead
Okay,
guards?
no, not dead, but badly hurt. Several others charge in. And instantly spread out.
Don't worry, the Spectre's only got 3 HP, guys. He can survive this.
Oh god, there's a lot of people there.
I feel like Phaedra can take out all of them.
Phaedra,
Ah.
do you have any
She's-
area of effect?
She's pissed. No.
If Biddy wakes up, they can burn.
Oh, boy.
This was just too easy. Let's put a bit more meat
No,
in here.
I was double checking something on equipment. Because these
No,
guys
no,
are the
hold on a second.
these guys were
Here
the
you
ones that were that were hitting you guys with crossbolts. These are the guys here. This guy got stuck there because of the Spectre. These guys here are advancing with spears. As is this guy here, but they got stopped by the Spectre. Those the crossbow bolt guys just came in after that and are now like standing up against the wall.
Well, once again, good luck, guys. I'm gonna continue playing my game.
This is fine.
This is fine. Also, I think I know how to wake up Lagan. Hmm. 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 God, that's a lot.
I got a question for you, Gr-
All right.
What's the range on Cinder's fire breath?
Probably about, from her up to like 10 feet, maybe.
Cool.
Cool.
Maybe only 5 feet. Does it have a range on there? Did I list one?
Nah, that's why I was asking.
Oh, okay.
I don't
Then
think so.
I'm gonna go with 10 feet.
I have a feeling I know what Cinder's gonna do.
Oh no, it's 5 feet. Sorry, it is on there. I opened the cost.
Yeah, I thought so. It's like I thought I had that
Yeah.
on there, but I didn't. I'm looking.
Nah, it wasn't on the description. I opened it up.
Okay.
My bad.
So yeah, the actually that guard would have been about here, seeing that its friend just got hit like that, so it would have been starting there, and do a two-handed attack on the specter to start off with, which is a miss.
This thing does
Next-
not have a high AC.
Next guard just kind of waits there, like spying at the dwarf, and said, "Hey, we said we told you to surrender. We're just gonna, this doesn't have to end badly." He yells.
And I told you to fuck off.
Well, the city guards will be coming to arrest you soon enough.
The man who owns this company has done injustice to Neverwinter and needs to be brought to justice.
And that guy will attack there. That's a 14.
14 would hit the
Oh no,
spectre.
that's a 20 actually, but it doesn't matter because it only does 4 damage. I mean,
Does that...
2 damage. Sorry, not magic
Yeah.
weapon.
Hey!
Spectre's still alive. Sorry, I'm lagging for some reason again, even though I did just... I think it's still the stupid Windows update.
It is. It's shit. They need to
that.
fix it.
So this guy advances a bit over here and just kind of chuckles a bit, saying, "Yeah, well, once we kill you dwarf, we'll be able to take in the rest. The boss really does want at least wants the tiefling. The others, he just said, take them if they can."
You will never take him.
And fires off a crossbow bolt at you. Which
Miss.
misses. Spectre, what do you do?
You know the one that he attacked before?
Yep.
Nom 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 nom.
Oh yeah. The guy's face turns an ashy gray color and he collapses to the ground.
The body doesn't turn, but the head turns to the one behind him.
Cinder, what do you do?
One down.
Cinder's gonna reel back and she's going to do warm up. And I imagine with the angle that she has, could she get Will and Shiori in it?
Yes.
Okay. She's gonna do that.
Oh, well.
Maybe it's... Oh.
That's a lot of damage.
Ow.
Why must you kill me?
I'm trying to make you up, Will! I'm not trying to kill you, I swear!
I lose
This is a
11.
funny waking up.
So that's 11, I guess?
Yeah.
Well, would you... unless Grizz will allow, like, the non-lethal...
Constitution saving throw advantage for both Shiori and Will.
Oh, advantage.
Wake up,
Yes!
goddamn people.
Shiori, you wake up feeling yourself on fire.
Little Cinder is sitting, like, looking up at you, wagging her tail, and looks super proud of herself.
Is normal or advantage?
Advantage.
I mean, you are on fire after all.
I mean, Will doesn't care.
Clearly.
Oh god.
Oh god.
I'm down to half elf.
Oh
I'm sorry. I just want my friends to wake up. I'm sure Grizz is loving this.
Yeah, this is completely unexpected.
You give a 20 DC to the thing with people that don't have a high con save.
What did you think would happen?
Yeah, exactly, Grizz.
In theory, I thought you guys were going to be waking up in cells. And possibly with one or two of you sneaking around.
You know us. We don't do sneaking
Exactly.
around well.
What
The
did you
last
guys-
stealth mission went tits up. What made you think this one would go well?
This one was planned out in advance long before the last one.
Which means that we would properly fuck it up, and according to what we're doing now, seems to be going perfect.
No, but that's my point. It's like it's like I want to see what you guys can do with all this.
See, everything's going as planned.
Mhm.
And by that I mean not at all to plan.
Which means
Correct.
you can ask me about my process after the game, not during. Phaedra, what would you like to do?
I threatened her straight up. She is going to run over, and she is going to click her flying boots, and then she is going to bonus actions shield master and knock him prone.
All right.
She's going to do that first. So contested athletics. Where are you?
Oh god.
Ooh.
Oh.
Damn.
Ah!
Two attacks with advantage.
He falls to the ground. Oof.
Oh god.
Oh.
Phaedra, calm down.
You don't know
No.
what's interesting. You can't even
Don't-
you
don't-
can't even hear her from inside your room. It's completely.
How dare you? How dare you say calm down to Phaedra?
Yeah, basically,
How dare you?
basically, Shuri, Valthor, you hear nothing from the other side of the door. It's complete silence as far as you're concerned.
So 28.
Yep. He's bleeding heavily. His nose
Action,
is,
sir.
is crushed.
It's not gonna be lifelong.
2 more attacks with advantage.
All right. You swing your blade around, and his head goes rolling. The blood squirting out onto the floor.
I've got a feeling that once when we walk out, it's just gonna be a bloody mess.
She has 1 more attack, but she can't move anymore, so she's going to throw a hand axe at that.
Oh.
All right.
Question, Grizz, do you want Shuri on the initiative now as well?
Yes. This guy looks actually kind of terrified. He manages to dodge out of the way as the axe just kind of slams into the wall behind him. Like, oh god, this is bad. This is just one dwarf.
You thought this was going to be easy, didn't you? And she just smiles. Why don't you come over here and play?
Do I see Logan's lute? His guitar thingy.
You should. It's probably still in his arms, or on his back. This is he
Can
has
I
it on him.
whack him in the head?
Sure.
Awesome. I'm whacking him in the head with his own guitar.
Improvised weapon, which means it's a straight strength roll. Alright, still roll damage to see how much damage the instrument takes.
How
Actually,
would I
no,
do
you got a 15
damage?
on that, so that's one. That's basically plus
1d4 plus strength.
roll 1d4 plus strength. Improvised weapon.
Plus -1.
Look, it's good.
So yeah, it smacks Logan in the face for 1 HP. Logan, roll Constitution saving throw.
Take 1 damage. Oof.
And the instrument also takes 1 damage. It's slightly got a few slight marks on it now.
Oh god.
Wake
Maybe
up.
maybe a bit of blood staining from Logan's face.
Come on, Logan, wake up.
Come on, look.
Wake
You
up!
do it.
Nope, you're still unconscious.
No! So
Grizz
good.
roll 19 or higher.
Jesus.
Oh, look, no.
Do I have inspiration because it was the musical tunes of my own instrument?
Nope, wasn't musical at all. So yeah, this thing just lets loose with another crossbow bolt right at
If it would have
Phaedra.
been a drum, it
And in fact, his crossbow is now damaged. Shit! You hear it's a twang, and the crossbow bolt is now damaged. He drops it from his hands. Now this guy will attempt to strike out at the specter.
Yep, that hits, and the sweater's dead.
All right. That's a sigh of relief, especially looking over at the desiccated body that was drained of all life over here. This guy just kind of backs up towards the door a bit, like shit. She's fierce, and even Yuki and Oberon ran out of here. Fuck! He yells. The other guy says, the guy next to him just says, "Calm down. They're alerting the city watch. Since these guys are invading the offices, they're gonna get arrested. Don't worry about it." Like, okay, he kind of grits his teeth, looks over towards Phaedra and just gets ready to strike if she comes within distance.
Oh, is it my turn? Because I have 17 now. Or is it?
So yeah, it's your turn.
Cool. Ralphor, keep trying to wake them up. You too, Cinder. I'm gonna help her guard. I'm gonna just kind of... She'll close the door behind her, basically, but...
Go ahead.
Hi.
Hey, you're awake.
Singed.
You don't hear any of that, Logan.
That's my
Sorry.
subconscious talking.
Sheesh.
Let's see.
They're going to call the guard, or has already been called. Apparently, Galen has some hold here.
I assumed as much.
Mm-hmm.
Bonus action, drink a basic healing potion. 'Cause I'm hurt.
Yeah. What will Cinder do this time?
Let's go for Biddy. She'll headbutt Biddy. Let's see if she gets her breath back. Hold on. D6.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Please don't breathe on me.
please don't kill me.
She's not, she's going towards Biddy.
Ow.
Alright, Biddy, roll with advantage. Constitution saving throw.
Nope.
Nope! When you take 5 points of fire damage.
Yeah, I already took that thing.
Alright. Phaedra.
Phaedra's gonna go over here and she's gonna close the door.
Just
Which means she provokes the guarding attack from the one guard.
You miss.
And he looks very shocked at that.
It's close. You're in there with me now.
Yeah. Looks over to the left and to the right. No.
I didn't hear
Or do we-
any of that, Shuttle.
She looks to the left and to the right. Now, how about we have a little talk? Of
Roll
course, we could
for-
always just go the regular route and points over at the decapitated body.
And there's also another body at your feet. Roll for intimidation. Okay. Balthor, what do you wish to do?
I will hit him with the loot again. And collect.
All right, make your damage roll.
So really, it's just a roll. One.
-1 because you get a 0, which is funny.
This guy up here drops his spear on the ground and just kind of holds his hand up, while the other guy, who was afraid of you before or intimidated by this, seems to get his resolve back and just grimaces over at the other guy. 2 points of damage to Logan. Logan, roll Constitution saving throw, and your loot has a slight dent in it now.
He is gonna be so pissed when he wakes up.
God, the rate
Go,
is 1,000.
Go.
Yes!
Logan, as you come to the consciousness, you suddenly notice that your loot was just smashed into your face. It is slowly being withdrawn by the purple tiefling.
Can I attempt to attack him again?
No, you don't have second attack. So,
This is fine.
Logan, you're awake! Hi, buddy! This is fine.
so this thug over here, who dropped his crossbow because it's broken, comes around here, glares at the guy who's surrendering, but looks at Phaedra and says, "At least I still have one person on my side here." Brings out his mace and starts whacking away at her with it.
Miss.
Oh no!
Miss.
Wait, 20 is a miss?
She's got a high AC. She's your tank.
Yeah.
AC
Oh,
21!
Phaedra is practically a tank at this point.
So yeah, this thug over here is basically, hands up, his weapon down, not thug, sorry, guard, and he's basically surrendering, saying, "Okay, it's not, it's not worth it." Shiri, what do you do?
Just have a seat over there.
Over-
Take care of
You
this.
can go over here. She points to the one that's using the mace. You look like you know more, so I want you alive. Maybe not uninjured, but this one, and she's done. So the shield is dropped, and we're going full damage.
Oof.
And that one hit separates this guy's head from his shoulders and just kind of goes
Jesus.
flying, blood spurting all over Phaedra and Shiori. And some of it splatters on this guy.
Well, it's ready to kneel.
Intimidation.
Oof.
He just kind of glares at you. Saying, compared to the boss, you don't scare me.
Bad choice.
Ugh. Blood just starts
Sure, you're
cascading
supposed to
down
keep
him.
alive.
He's
No,
still
that
alive.
guy's still alive. That guy's, heavy compared to these squishy guys.
You could have killed him.
I
Cinder!
could have.
She's gonna try to headbutt. Let's try Will.
Oop.
Goodbye.
I mean, she's just gonna boop you! Advantage, so 17. So she's got technically a strength of -1.
So, Will takes 1 point of damage.
Cool.
Yay. Minimum damage is 1.
Mm-hmm.
And he's still unconscious.
God damn it, Will. Stop sleeping on the job.
It's a fucking easy 20. What am I supposed to do?
Yeah. Just because, I don't know, we're bad at rolling.
Phaedra.
Leave us alone.
Phaedra smiles over at Shiori and just kind of does a sidestep around this thug right here. I don't think you were listening. She said kneel, and bonus action Shield Master try to get him to go prone.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not even going to bother to roll. His maximum ability to do that would not equal that, therefore. And, a natural 20 doesn't necessarily mean success. So, he is knocked down.
Are we still keeping this one alive? She'll look over at Shiori.
Alive. But he gets to have a special talk with me.
All right. And she just kind of holds him down, like, whenever she, smacks him with her
grapple.
shield. Grapple? Okay.
With advantage because he's down already.
Okay.
Thug attempts to struggle even though he's down. And he fails completely. Actually, that would be at disadvantage and accidentally rolled advantage, but it doesn't matter because he's down anyway. So you grabbed him, you pushed him down, you pressed him there, he can't move. Ugh. It was by knockout drops, by the way. Knockout gas, by the way, Shuttle.
Okay. I don't know what it is, so I was just answering Aspire.
Yeah. Well, I was treating it as a poison in the sense that dwarven constitution, but it's not exactly a poison. It's one of those things that wouldn't exactly be counted as a poison per se, or else you would, or else anybody who's immune to poison would be completely immune to the effects of alcohol.
Hmm.
Which
I mean, that's what
I don't think Ralph over there would have liked. So yeah, you would never be able to get drunk if you were immune to it. So
you're gonna answer some questions, the two of you now. You're gonna have a little talk with us.
The door
But first,
the door here is currently still open, by the way.
I'm gonna close it.
Okay.
Phaedra closed it. That's what she did.
Oh, that's right. You stepped over here and you closed it. That's your bonus action. Got it.
Tell us how we get the teleportation circle back online.
Which one are you asking, by the way?
The one that she...
The one you're holding down? Okay.
Yeah.
Says, I don't deal with that magic stuff.
What about you? She points to the one behind.
The guy over there just kind of holds up his hands. I didn't even realize we had a teleportation circle until people said that they'd come into Mr. Cool's office.
Question, are you two aware that your master assaulted Neverwinter with a horde of fiends?
I don't know anything about that, and the guy on the floor just grumbles. Like, I don't get
do you
paid
know
to
something
care
about that?
The guy on the floor just says, I don't get paid to care about stuff like that.
Oh, you don't? You don't get paid to care about the death of hundreds of civilians and the destruction of a city?
Civilians are dying all the time. Haven't you looked outside? The giants have been destroying stuff. Hell, they've even attacked the bay recently over here. Lots of people died there, too.
I'm going to change my weapon into a dagger. Send me.
Shiori, I can't hear anything you're saying.
She turns her weapon.
I heard the dagger part. What else? What did you say after that?
She's gonna hold his ear and place it behind his ear and say, "Since you don't like to listen, maybe you don't need these."
Well, you're not listening to me either, Elf. I said
Oh,
that people are dying all over the place. Why should I care about one city over where I live? But the giants attacked here just the other day. Lots of people died in that.
All the time. Why should I care about yours?
Kind of goes silent after that.
Exactly. People shouldn't become victims just because others think they can.
You're working for a monster. He said, may be attacking this city, but what's to say that Cole might do the same here as well?
The guard who dropped his spear just kind of fiddles with his hands, whereas the thug remains silent.
Where is he? Where is Cole?
Who are you directing this question to? Either of them in particular, or
Both
just
of them. I mean, both of them. Yeah, out in the air. Where is Cole?
Roll an intimidation check.
With advantage, because Shiori's doing some, like, fucking Reservoir Dog shit?
Lovely reference. And you get inspiration for knowing that reference, Phaedra.
Hey!
You get roll twice, but don't put advantage or disadvantage on it because it might be advantage on the guy you've got subdued. It's not necessarily advantage on the other guy because you're asking two different people at the same time, which means it's just a two thing roll for you.
She's not the best at intimidation. She tries. She tried.
Shuri's gonna, not touching it, but she's gonna examine the frog statue. See if she can figure out if there's a way to fix this. Just like on a desk or anything. Like any notes.
Yeah, the thug just kind of looks up towards what she's doing, and then just looks down again. Phaedra easily sees this, but Sherry doesn't.
Looks up and looks down again?
The thug, Phaedra, you notice the thug is glancing over towards Shiori, watching what she's doing, and then just looks down again.
What do you know about that thing?
Roll an intimidation again.
Yeah.
The guy kind of thinks for a moment and just goes, "Oh, why doesn't she just keep fiddling with it and find out?"
Shiori?
Yes.
Careful.
Does he know something?
Yes, he seems very, wanting you to fiddle with it.
I'm gonna go walk over here. Why don't you tell me, friend? What do you know?
Now you get to roll intimidation.
I hope I fail.
The guy kind of narrows his eyes for a moment and then sighs, saying, "All right, it's a reservoir for sleeping gas. It's got this connected into the sorry. It's a vent for sleeping gas. It's connected to the reservoir. If you fiddle with it without knowing the proper procedure to get it off, which I do not know, it'll just go off again and just fill the entire room with sleeping gas."
How do you wake someone that's been affected?
Oh, they wake up within usually about 10 minutes. It's usually just enough to drag someone off to put them in cells. Doesn't really hurt them. You
So
guys,
no one-
somehow you guys managed to not get knocked out by it.
So you have no way of waking someone up that they've accidentally been affected?
They wake up after 10 minutes. What does it matter?
Alright. You said the town guard were coming.
Yeah, there's a runner being sent to them.
You're going to be on our side on this situation. You're going to tell them what you know.
Roll intimidation check.
Click the button.
His eyes kind of narrow a bit, and he grits his teeth. That's really not in my best interest. what you might do to me is gonna pale compared to what will be done to me.
You'd think that.
Oh, I don't just think, I know.
Oh, that's it.
I've lost whatever Shuttle
What?
just said.
Phaedra said that's a shame.
I'm gonna place my dagger on, like, imagine his hands on the ground, on his pinky finger.
He kind of like pulls in a deep breath and lets it go again as a sigh. Says, "Go ahead and do it, elf."
You'd be
The
surprised.
guard is kind of backing against the wall, kind of watching all this with wide eyes.
Phaedra's going to turn to the guard while that's going down. Now, you might have better sound mind than this one. Is there any information you can aid us? We need to get home. We don't mean anybody here harm, but you are working for a monster.
His eyes just kind of glance around towards the other guards who are dead when you say, "Don't mean anybody harm." Roll persuasion with disadvantage.
Oh, goody.
He just kind of shakes his head. I don't really know anything. I pretty much just stay up at the entrance, the reception desks, and just keep an eye on things. Make sure the alarms don't go off. And then when Oberon said to get down here and deal with some of the people that had come here, just like try to arrest them and deal with them if need be, and don't do anything to the tiefling if you see him. That I just I really don't know anything. I didn't even know about the teleport circle until Oberon said.
Well, I will tell you this. The man that you work for caused the destruction of Neverwinter.
Neverwinter's gone? Like, you mean like Baldur's Gate?
Fiends and demons came and attacked and destroyed the city. Luckily, we were able to aid a bit.
Roll a deception check.
What?
They didn't destroy the city. They only destroyed the castle and damaged one of the districts.
Oh.
That's not destroying a city. Not like Baldur's Gate, where Baldur's Gate is... Okay, unfortunately for me...
This might be the first time Phaedra's lied, but not intentionally.
Yeah, so the guard's eyes pop wide, because he said, like, Baldur's Gate, and that's what he was asking about, because of what's happened to Baldur's Gate. And he's like, oh, I have family down there. Neverwinter's gone? Like Baldur's Gate? No, this is no. This is bad. And he starts like, holding the sides of his head.
Out. No. I did not mean the castle was destroyed, as well as some of the larger certain areas. There's a lot of problems going on.
But you said city. You said you said the whole city.
I'm not. I might have over exaggerated. I did not mean to. I'm sure your family's fine, but the man that you work for is the reason why that happened, and we are trying to stop him.
He nods slowly. Sherry, what are you whispering into the guard's ear?
That's what I'm typing to you right now.
Okay.
If we can get the teleportation circle back up, if you want to try to check on them, you can.
And the thug on the floor just remains silent. The guard just kind of nods slowly, and he just looks terrified at the moment.
Is there... Stay here. If I mess with anything on the desk, will it trigger this device?
The guard shrugs. I have no idea.
How about you? And she'll kick the thug in the back.
Roll intimidation check. No response.
Sure, he's gonna just set down a vial of oil in the. Checking inventory. Just staring at him.
The thug seems to be trying to pull something from under his armor.
What is it?
Uh,
Passive 19?
It looks like a dagger.
A dagger?
Yes.
Now. And she'll take Bob and, like, place the blade on the back of his neck. I wouldn't do that if I were you.
He seems to be continuing to try in pulling it out. What do you do?
Let's see which arm is moving.
Oh, I'm sorry, can you repeat that, Shiri?
Sure, see which arm is moving.
Roll perception check.
Phaedra's gonna try to knock.
No, you're busy focusing on your vial of oil. What do you do, Phaedra?
Non-lethal. She's gonna try to knock him out.
All right. Roll.
So she'll
make a
Bob.
attack roll at advantage, half the damage. If it doubles, if you get a critical, he's probably gonna die. If you get over his death thing, just because you'll hit him at the wrong spot.
But she is going non-lethal, so she'll
Okay.
like flip Bob over to the blunt end and try to just cold clock him across the head.
Yeah. But like I said, if you get you'll be doing half the damage you're normally doing, which will be displayed. But if you get a critical, he's gonna die. All right. In this instance, I'm actually gonna take that full damage just because it knocks him down to 0 and knocks him out just like you wanted. So you hit him at the exact right sweet spot, and he goes unconscious.
He was about to stab you.
Oh, that would have been unfortunate for him.
Well, he's asleep now. I feel like there might be information in this room, maybe about how this teleportation circle works, but I'm worried about this device. I don't know. I'm good against it. I have.
Sorry, somebody found the right GIF.
Yes.
I have to watch that movie again.
She'll turn to the receptionist person. Have you ever come in and seen him or anybody in here looking at any papers of importance regularly?
He kind of interrupts you. I've never actually been back here before. I've only been into the reception area and a little bit into the warehouse. I've never been into Mr. Cole's office before. I've never even been to Oberon's office.
Okay, Phaedra is going to Eldritch Sight, and she's going to cast Detect Magic in the room.
At this point, both Biddy and Will start to come to consciousness.
I'm gonna whack Biddy while he's awake. Just as he wakes up. I'm gonna try to at least. While he...
Okay, go
I hope
for
for
it.
your sake you miss.
Go for it.
Please miss.
And you miss, and you miss. Even with the advantage, you would miss on that. As Biddy's eyes flutter, Will, you wake up with a horrible headache, and partly singed.
But as soon as he wakes up, he's just like, "What the hell are you doing, Raffle?"
Trying to wake you up. It
I'm
seems
awake.
it has worked.
Thing to do with actually hit.
I think I might have woken you up by scaring you.
And then he just takes a look around. It's like, where's Shiri and Phaedra?
They're out. That door points towards the door.
Why does it feel like I've been run over by 30 to 50 feral hogs?
Oh, Will!
Are you okay, Will? Do you want a healing potion?
Cinder sitting in front of Will, wagging her tail and tongue out, and just looking very happy.
Why am I on fire? Why was I on fire?
She flaps her wings to try to get the smoke to like go off of him a little bit and cool him down.
Biddy just goes to Will. It's like, do you wish for a came out really
Yeah.
bad bro?
No, you keep it to yourself. I'll heal myself.
Okay.
Anyway, Rathel's gonna open the door.
Alright. So, Phaedra and
Walk out.
Shuri... Well, Phaedra, this wouldn't be a surprise to you because you can sense, Cinder and all. But possibly to Shuri, this would be a surprise to you as you hear the door behind you opening.
Please don't throw a knife.
You're all
looks like
awake.
they woke up.
Good.
Hello again.
Rathel waves. And then slowly stops to a halt. Why is there blood everywhere?
There's a couple of dead bodies, two of which are decapitated, one of which looks like it aged immediately. This guy looks to be alive but unconscious, and this guy over here is free of weapons and looking terrified.
Well, what happened here?
They didn't want to talk.
So you
Biddy just looks at Phaedra. Like,
They threatened you. They wanted to take you all away, and I wouldn't let them.
Rathel's gonna go up to this body and poke at it. With his dagger, of course. He doesn't want
So-
blood on his hands.
Apparently, that frog statue is a vent to a reservoir. Messing with it in the wrong way will trigger it again.
ugh.
Knock someone unconscious for about 10 minutes if they fail.
So, what's the entire situation?
Well, we have the night guard coming, possibly, to come and arrest us because we are at Galen Cole's place and he's got a lot of pull here. We probably need to find a way to get that teleportation circle working so we can go back.
Go
I don't know
back?
if, or deal with the guard. I don't know. I don't know.
Can't we
I-
just
I-
leave now before the guards come here?
I'll go
I
and
just-
check
yeah.
scout ahead if there's any trouble ahead.
Well, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to hit you so hard.
Oh, Will, before you go,
Huh?
can I try something if you're gonna go scout ahead?
Sure.
Alright. He goes up to Will. Alright, this might be a bit weird. Alright. But
Yes, has the devil dwarf in front of me.
Make sure you get consent first, please.
Pretty used to it by now.
I'm gonna try this. So
Ooh.
I'll touch him and use Gaze of Two Minds.
Quick Logan plan. What if we pretend to be knocked out?
Then they'll
No.
drag us off.
I could block the door very easily.
Then we
I'm
could
going
escape
out there.
midway being
I'm going to
transported.
disappear now. Keep
Do you want Cinder with you?
No,
Okay.
I think I'll be more good on my own.
Will,
Okie dokie.
do me a
Wow,
favor.
you're
Before you
right.
go, as you vanish, let us know when you're back. You can block the door then. I hope he's still here.
You
Biddy
probably
just-
see the door open.
But he will just say, as he perceives that through Will's eyes that he's leaving, but he just says, he's leaving.
Alright, so the two of you are, the rest of you are doing in there and there. We're going to switch to Tobias and to actually, unless right, actually,
Can we take a
oh yeah, break is a good idea. So yeah, but and after we come back, Biddy, do you plan on giving a play-by-play to everybody in real time, or do you plan on keeping the information to yourself?
The information unless it's something that I.
Okay, then we'll have to move this to a second group for the two of you after we come back.
This is why I wanted Cinder!
God damn it, Eddie, could we not have just a play-by-play?
This is why I wanted the baby dragon. I gotta pee. BRB.
Oh, I just realized I can block the door for 8 hours.
Oh, I can block the door basically permanently by placing another door there.
No, but I can cast Lumen's tiny hut.
Oh!
And unless they cast the spell magic, it will stay there for 8 hours.
And they can't enter. It's in there. It's fine.
Yeah. And that case, the teleportation might reset. I'm gonna be going.
I mean, yes, indeed. Silence. Oof.
Jesus.
So what's everybody been up to?
Random stuff.
Random stuff. Amazing. What kind of random stuff?
YouTube, games,
Yeah, yeah.
the usual.
Any new games that you've been playing lately? Anything?
I mean, I haven't. Hang on. Nope. I have been playing a game called Factorio lately, but it's not really a new one.
Not really new. but
I've had
still
it for a
cool game.
while.
Still a cool game. Well, that's what I've seen anyway. It's another one of those games that I'd rather watch than play it.
It's has its charm here and there. Neither am I.
But you
But I do
kissed
find-
Dolores and all that. You should be good.
Yeah,
at
but
that stuff.
Factorio requires a different form of managing.
Oh.
Like, you don't understand. Factorio requires you to be very good at your assembly. I'm not good at making a good assembly. I mean, I made an awesome little creation that did its job pretty well, but, you know. That's as far as I can get. It's not the prettiest, it's not expendable. It's a mess.
Oh. Hmm.
God, I never realized how silent it gets in here. Yes, I'm totally gonna convey everything properly when I stop looking through Will's eyes. Totally.
I'll be back. I'm gonna get into the toilet. I don't know how long it'll be.
Okay. God, I need sleep.
Is that from the cloak of many things?
Yep.
Can't you just slap that on a wall and
No.
run through the wall?
It's only on an opening. If it's the opening attaching its hinges, attaching and hinging itself. It is sadly not a door in a pocket.
Because
But hey, it'd still be useful.
don't you have the windows?
I don't.
Because there's one that opens a portal.
Yeah, there was one that just makes a window there, and I'm like, oh, that would have been so cool, but I didn't get it. I do have 3 wooden ladders that are 24 feet tall.
Yeah.
Don't worry. If the guards do come, I have an escape plan. The only problem is that's a one-man escape plan.
Wait, I have a plan.
Mhm.
What's
It
your
would
plan?
You're not gonna like it.
I'm back.
Logan has a
What is-
plan.
What is Logan's terrible plan?
We have a bunch of that guards, right?
Mhm.
Oh,
Like- They are
Okay.
wearing clothes, right?
Yeah. Actually, that's not that bad of a plan.
What if we just walk out of here?
I mean, for you it could work, but for me it couldn't. See?
Yeah,
There's
sure.
a flaw in it.
But right. We could pretend we have the situation under control.
I mean, I also wouldn't work with Ralph, or you would have to pretend to catch him as well.
But if we just walk towards them and don't acknowledge this room and say they fled that way, we could sneak out around the back.
Aren't there
I mean,
people on the other side of this door?
That's what Will is verifying.
We don't.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
okay.
a little terrifying. I mean, we can quickly kill them. Like, Phaedra, do you still have action search?
Nope, I burned it.
I mean, still, you can still kill 3 guys in one turn. I'm
Alright.
fine with trying to shit our way out of here.
I've returned.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Logan is gonna start undressing this guy, and is gonna.
Yeah, we're waiting for everybody to come back.
So my plan is I'm gonna undress this guy, and I'm gonna put on his clothes.
They're covered in blood.
Is covered in blood.
Like Logan gives
I
a fuck.
decapitated him.
Look, I don't give a fuck.
It's.
I mean,
It's
that,
clean now.
that
It's
works.
clean now. It's clean and smells like roses.
Actually, I
Welcome
need to
back.
grab a coffee.
Welcome back, Will.
Look, this is not a problem. The problem is that this oaf, and I point at Rover, tried to destroy my instrument.
Yeah, Rover's still okay.
Is everyone
Okay.
back?
Never mind. No.
Jesse's not.
Just not yet.
Damn it.
This is just Fubar.
So,
Yep.
do you guys think it's a good idea?
Whose idea is it?
I mean,
Logan's.
Logan's.
No.
Mhm.
I knew that was gonna.
What if I said it was Jade's idea?
Then definitely.
No.
That's gonna-
Definitely.
we
Fair
have
too.
questions on why she's here.
Mhm.
She's
Nah.
actually the guard right there.
Look, for all we know, I could have murdered Ralph and switched them out.
Okay, so is everyone back yet, or are we still missing people?
Still waiting on
Waiting for
Jesse.
Jess.
Okay, Jesse. Alright, cool.
This is fine. Everything
That's
is
anyway, you
fine.
didn't react to the Ralph are dead comment?
It's
So, how are we going to do this? Are we going to just stay in this group and let everyone know and Billy talk through, or is he just gonna stay quiet?
That's up to Biddy. I don't know. It depends on what you see. I think if you don't see anything important or shady, we'll be fine. And if you do, we won't be. That's my understanding of how Biddy works.
Well, I can't say you're wrong.
See? So,
Just fine. Whenever she did the Eldritch Sight in the room, the frog pinged, but did anything else other than, Shiori and Cinder?
The room itself, no. It was just the other room, with the teleportation and the ruins for that, plus the security ruin.
So there wasn't anything in this desk area that pinged.
Correct. It just seemed to be all normal stuff.
Okay.
How long ago did Jesse leave?
I don't.
He said something about going shopping.
What?
No, I'm just kidding.
I was like, what?
Considering he decided to play through the pain of his stomach being on fire, I kind of find it very surprising if he begged off to go shopping. Unless he was being forced into it, at which point he would be yelling and screaming and letting us all know. But considering it's the middle, it's, not even dawn there yet.
It is 4 a.m.
I was about to say, I don't think that shopping is a viable option. It's not like, it's the middle of the day, at which point somebody might be telling him to shop. No, it's the middle of the night.
I'm gonna have to ask Phaedra for a favor, though. Listen close. That's priority number uno.
Sure. I still don't think that's a good idea.
I don't see the harm in it. Just let me have this. I've been shot at today. At least let me play dress up.
Let me- Just let me dress up.
Alright.
That right there is all you need to know about Logan Keane.
No.
Of course I'm interesting. I'm Logan Keane. I'm the most captivating creature on this plane.
Captivating's not the word I'm thinking about, but okay.
Dashing, charismatic, opulent, breathtaking,
None of those at all.
In a way,
Fabulous.
breathtaking.
You made a bunch of our party members dance while they were fighting all sorts of creatures. And then you wanted to be friends with Yetis? And now you want to put on bloody armor, well, was bloody armor, and play dress up.
Oh, this is fun.
To be
This is fun.
fair, this entire
But, yeah.
I would be insulted if you thought of me as ordinary or basic. God.
Let's see, how long do we want to give Jesse?
Give him to 10. 2 more minutes. 2.5. I don't know. 5.
Because poor Phaedra has a hard stop.
I do have a hard stop at 3 my time. I have to
Yeah,
go.
let's just give him 2 minutes.
All right. We can sit here for another 2 minutes.
It's about my character.
You're welcome.
Logan's favorite topic. Himself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look. I'm sorry. I like it. I love it. I'm loving it. I'm sorry.
Well, it's like Phaedra's completely selfless, really, and Logan is completely, like, self-absorbed, so...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I just
Look.
thought. I really.
That's
think-
not true. Phaedra,
No,
you're
no,
looking
no,
at it the wrong way.
Wait. Tobias is saying something. What's Tobias saying?
Well, they have worked together before, but I just think how much fun it would be to have Heinz and Logan together again.
Oh, God.
Yeah. That's always
Look.
a possibility. That'd be fun.
Phaedra, you're looking at it the wrong way. I'm not selfish. I want to share the beauty with the world.
Oh, my God.
I can't deny him the privilege.
Jesus fucking Christ. Oh...
Look.
Yeah.
You wanted a non-shady character. Here you have it.
He's too shiny.
He's too shiny. He's right.
Fuck. What?
Okay.
Just whenever we get back to it.
Alright, so, Phaedra, even though he's gone quiet and he isn't quite here to defend himself, you spot Ralthor stealing some stuff off that body that was decapitated that Logan is currently talking about putting the other armor on of. Ralthor is just taking something from it.
Ralthor?
Ralthor just looks up all innocent-like and grins.
What do you have there?
Wait, are you making my decisions without me? What?
There you go!
Just
Get the tiefling to
just
steal
in time.
something and he will coalesce!
Wait, you guys said that? What?
No, it was just that Phaedra, remember, has a 19 to passive perception, so she saw your sleight of hand.
Well, she doesn't have to say anything about it, right?
But she's...
She did.
Yeah,
yeah,
she
she
did.
feels she has to.
Come on.
What do you have there?
Shiny stuff.
Let me see. She's got the Eldritch side up. Does it glow?
No.
Well, it shouldn't. Gotta get.
It's coin.
Yeah.
That's fact.
You shouldn't steal from the dead.
I mean, he's also got some armor.
Yeah,
Not
Logan
anymore.
Logan is currently putting it on.
See, clearly, Valthor, Logan is currently stealing from the dead because he's taking the armor off the dead guy.
Okay.
I'm putting it on. I have my boots, I have my gloves, I have my breastplate, whatever this guy is.
Leather armor.
Leather
You got
armor.
leather armor, a crossbow with currently no bolts, which, because Phaedra saw Valthor take those, and a mace.
Don't do that. Oh, you do. Yeah, you. She's just kind of like watching him like flail wildly. I'm like, oh god.
And I'm gonna
God.
practice my guard voice, and I'm like, yeah, guys, yeah, guys, the prisoners ran away, and I'm like, yeah, guys, they're the prisoners. No, that's not it.
Disguise kit.
While this stupid
Ralthor.
conversation is going on, what is Will doing?
Ralthor?
Yeah, what is Will doing?
Oh, that's right. That's what we're supposed to resolve. Again.
Yeah.
Hell yes.
Okay, so while you guys are
Ralthor.
busy talking to each other, I'm taking Tobias and I'm taking Biddy.
Yoink.
All right.
Don't touch the fraud, man.
Okay.
I get to see which path Will takes when he's
So, yeah.
when he's stealthing.
So, Will, you head out the door, leaving your currently idiotic companions behind, as they argue over stealing from a dead guy. Biddy, you hear all of that, but you kind of get focused in on what Will's doing. So, you basically find yourself in a wide hallway, more like kind of a large room, same size as the large office you were just in, that has a passageway to the north, two passageways to the west, both of which are slightly open. One appears to be another small office. The northern way, which doesn't have a door in front of it, this seems to be the reception area. Currently abandoned because all the guards are either dead or went away. When you can see daylight out that way. And there's a strange door to the south of you. There's a small ruin next to it, which is at the right height that you can just barely reach it with your fingertips. What would you like to do?
Was a room next to it.
A ruin next to it. It doesn't look the same as the other ones you saw in the other room, but there is definitely a ruin there.
Is the door locked?
You don't see any way of opening it. You just know it's a door because of the way it's seamed into the wall. There's just no latch, no nothing that you can determine. Just a ruin next to it.
They already know we're here, so I'm touching the rune.
The ruin just kind of blinks for a moment, and the door slides apart into what looks like a tiny room. A room that, you could probably fit everybody in your party into if they all squeezed together, but they wouldn't be able to really move. There's also two other ruins on the wall inside that said room.
Wow, a teleporter, yeah.
No, three ruins. They're on the inside of the door, right next to it. It's like, they have numbers next to them. It says 1, 2, and 3.
And did you say I saw sunlight to the north, or was
Yep,
that just...
sunlight to the north.
Okay.
You can see out onto the streets of what presumably is Luskin.
Does any one of these numbers glow?
Nope. But you'd have to step into the small room to reach them.
I wonder how Bid is going to react when Will your steps inside.
Alright.
Looks up at the numbers. And reaches slowly with a finger towards of a number. Just
I really wish I could communicate, but I can't.
1, 2,
I'm just
3.
outside. I'm just outside the door, But alright. I press number 3.
Okay. The door closes, and there's a bit of movement in this tiny room that you're in. You feel this weird sensation as if you're falling, but not really.
Motion sickness.
Yeah. And after a minute, the sound stop. The feeling stops, and the doors open again. And rather than the hallway that you saw before, you see a corridor, a corridor stretching out to either side of you, to the east and west, and what looks like an open passageway into a small, much larger room than this one, to the north.
I head west.
All right. Roll a perception check.
Cool.
All right. Well, give me 1 second. I need to double check something to see if something particular can see through invisibility.
I'm not invisible.
Oh, you're just stealthing,
Yes.
and that was the 34.
35. I'm on.
Yikes! All right. Yeah. So, well, it doesn't seem to see you at all as you're walking around the hallway to the west and come across a passageway to the north, which it kind of bends to the north and a little bit to the south. Though the south seems to lead into a western room with no door. You see this floating orb. It's really rather small, a medium-sized creature, but still kind of small comparatively. This floating orb with a couple of eyes hanging off of it and one central eye in the middle, just kind of floating around. The 4 eye stalks kind of twitch, looking this way and that, as if looking for something, and then it just kind of floats around the corridor, floats over to the tiny little room you just came from, and sits there for a moment, just observing it before floating off again to the east.
Well, did that look anything like the undead beholder we fought before?
Much smaller than an undead beholder.
Oh no. Right. There was a large room to the west.
Another small room, but not tiny, not small compared to the one that you came here in. Just another small side room, it seems.
Alright, I peek in there, and then, like, if no one else is around, I'm probably going to just whisper so that Biddy can hear me. Yeah, I'm on my own down here.
You see, like, a few crates, a few barrels. Nothing like you would see from, like, the warehouse sort of thing, but it's, like, dark and dusty. Tiny spiders are around, kind of, like, making their webs in the corners. A rat kind of sees you. Well, the rat doesn't see you. It just seems to be padding through and, sniffing the ground.
Alright, well, I'll keep heading east then, towards where the creature went.
Alright. And while you do that, I am moving Biddy and myself back up to the top one.
Murder.
So Biddy, do you tell the party anything that's happening?
The only words that come out of Biddy's mouth is just like,
Biddy, if you
Press
said
that.
if you said anything, I didn't hear you.
Biddy just says, what first thing he says is, why did you press that button? And then, after a bit of time, he says, indeed you are, Will. Indeed you are.
What is going on?
I think Will just Loganed. That will just pull a Logan as in some weird dimension place with stairs.
Oh no.
You have no idea.
From your laughter, I'm presuming it's
So what do you guys wish to do?
No, I'm still perceiving.
the opulent guard is gonna walk out the room and take a look-see.
Alright,
Why?
so the door is now open. Do any of the rest of you follow after Logan?
Don't leave me alone.
I'm not leaving. I'm not going with Logan.
Yeah, no.
No.
Phaedra's with Biddy.
Have fun, Logan.
I'm just gonna take a look. I'll tell you when the coast is clear.
Alright. Logan, you step out into the hallway, you close the door behind you again, and you look around. You see no trace of Will, but that's not unexpected because Will is nearly invisible, even when he's not actually invisible. You see, to the north of you, the reception area and daylight. The streets of what presumably is Luskin. To the west, you see two somewhat open doors. One's leading into a small office. The other one appears to lead into a warehouse. And to the south, you see a door with no handles, but a small ruin is next to it.
Yeah, no, I have experience with this now. I'm gonna walk towards the hallway that leads outside of the building. And I'm gonna take a look. Are there any other guards or like people working here?
Roll a perception check.
Come on, Logan.
You look around, but you don't see anybody else. You just see, like, abandoned posts. Most likely you killed or captured the people that were working up here.
I'm gonna take a look outside of the building. Are the city guards slowly arriving?
You don't see anybody, but it might also be too early for that. It hasn't been that long. Basically, to see a busy street. You see the occasional person walking by. You don't see anything else.
I'm gonna run back and knock 3 times on the door and yell, "It's Logan!" I knocked on the... Oh, go, Chris, sorry.
Go ahead. You hear the door being knocked on 3 times, and you hear Logan's voice muffled through it.
Phaedra will open the door.
Guys, if we want to get out of here, the coast is clear right now. We should go. There's no one here.
Where's Will?
He's invisible.
How am I supposed to know where that guy is? I never know. What are you expecting of me?
Phaedra turns to Biddy and just shaking Biddy.
Rothor, what are you doing?
I was trying to hide.
Aw.
I was trying to go sneaky, but it didn't. So
You don't know.
I'm just gonna-
Character-wise, you don't know that. What are you trying to do?
I'm gonna try and tiptoe out.
Everybody sees this.
Rothor, can we go together,
Yeah, except Biddy.
please?
Just
Ralph
pause
has
his
the
head.
right idea.
Okay.
We need to
Wait, you can see me? God damn it!
Do better. She's going to take Biddy's hand, and she's just going to start leading him with her. As I guess they're leave. Are we leaving? Or what are we doing?
Out of the...
Goddamn
We
lag.
don't look like we just had a murder party.
If we can hide in town, we'll be good.
Yeah, I mean, we just need to get
As
out of
Biddy's
this
getting-
building and head to out of this
Are
town.
you still wearing the guard clothes?
I'm still wearing the guard clothes, and I use prestidigitation to clean
Oops.
everyone off.
Sorry, guys. Do not move your tokens. I have to delete stuff.
As Biddy's
I'm
getting
cleaning up
dragged,
everyone's clothes.
he's just gonna ask if something. I guess we're moving. If something goes wrong, I don't know. Pinch me.
Okay, so here's what you guys see. Logan, you already saw this, and Biddy kind of knows about this. Uh, you are in a large hallway. To the north is the reception area, and through that you see daylight and the streets of what presumably is Luskin. To the west, you see a small office with the door slammed open, and an open door to what looks like the warehouse. And to the south is a door with no handle, but you see a small ruin next to it. You don't see Will anywhere, or any indication of which way he went.
I'm just gonna call to Will. Will, we're going.
No response.
Yeah, that's. I don't.
Is she close enough to tell the magic with
Yep.
Eldritch Sight?
Yep, there's some kind
Kind
of
of
I want to say it's similar to the. It's not. It's definitely not the same spell as the alarm spell, but it's similar in configuration, meaning it's something that connects to something else. Magically.
There's another rune like the one in the teleportation rune right there.
Yeah.
Same type of magic.
Don't touch it. Let's just go. The guards can be here any minute, and then we're screwed.
I'm not leaving without Will.
The guards aren't gonna find Will. Will is fine. He's invisible. No one can hear him. Like, unless they bring in like the sniffiest dogs ever, Will is gonna be fine. And if something happens, like we're demon guy would have said something by now. Like, we need to get out of here before we are all put in jail, and then we can't help Will at all.
You guys
If he really
did
isn't trouble.
hear a Biddy say something, though.
Biddy said something about a button. I'm pretty sure he pressed that.
That's not a button, that's a glyph. The guards are
Peter's
gonna
gonna
be
look
here any
around
minute.
for a button.
Perception check.
God damn it, Biddy, why are you so vague?
You know, the only thing that even remotely makes your brain think button is that glyph.
It's not.
I mean, I don't know what to do.
I'm gonna pinch Biddy right in the nose.
Well then, if I get pinched, I'll come back to my senses.
Yeah,
Because
you
that-
basically lost track of Will sometime after he went in that one direction you saw him go in.
how do I lose track of someone when I'm seeing through the...
Oh, I thought
Vision, I'm
I
thinking-
thought when you said you come back to it, you lost vision with him. Okay,
Well,
never
yeah,
mind.
when I get pinched, I stop.
So yeah,
Saving.
the last thing you saw was him going in that direction.
Right. Ow!
And you see the
Look around.
You see the door that you remember in front of you.
Right, I did say button, didn't...
Where's Will?
Press that rune.
What does it do?
Fine. I just go over, press it.
Nothing seems to happen for a moment other than the rune blinks for an instant.
Come on.
What do the rest of you guys do?
I'm going towards the front of the building
Okay.
to distract any guards that want to come in here and direct them towards another place. Like, they ran down the road.
Okay. As soon as you get to the very front of the building, which is probably about 100 feet away from these guys, the door to the south suddenly opens, showing a very tiny little room, with enough room for all of you to actually fit in there, but you really couldn't maneuver.
What?
And you pressed the rune that's free. You pressed free. Pressed the rune. And that's all I said no of him. Because you pinched me.
He went in there.
Yes.
Will, She'll just
No.
yell at Will. You're breaking up. I can't understand you. All I heard was something about 3, and then he went that way or something. I can't.
He
Discord
pressed
me.
3. Yeah. But he just goes in.
Okay, Biddy is currently inside that little room.
Rather will follow.
I'll follow.
Ralthor is now in that tiny room. Jury is now in that tiny room.
I
Phaedra
look
will as
back-
well.
I look back at everyone who's going to leave me alone in this place, and I rush towards the room. Like, why don't leave me?
I thought you
I
were
don't
going.
even know where I am.
I thought you were going
I don't
to.
even
I thought you were going to keep the guards distracted.
Logan squeezes in. Ralthor, Biddy, roll a dexterity saving throw as he squeezes in.
Oh god.
This is fine.
I'm fine.
Ralthor's fine.
I'm fine.
Biddy's fine. Both of you managed to flatten against the wall and not hit any of the buttons.
Well, rogues.
Logan, in front of you, you now see 3 ruins right in front of the door. A 1, a 2, and a 3. You're the closest one to it. Did you press any of them?
Press 3.
I look at Billy, and then I look at Phaedra, and I'm like, should I?
3, please.
Oh my god.
Okay, I push number 3.
Okay. The door in
Get
front
ready
of you,
to.
The door in front of you snaps closed, and all of you suddenly feel like you're falling, sort of. As if your downward movement. But the floor just seems to stay constant.
Huh.
This is fun.
We might want to be ready in case something happens. There was a floating orb I forgot to mention.
God damn it, Biddy!
Take it out of here, Biddy. I am going to beat the shit out of you.
This is why I wanted Cinder.
Now that Biddy said this, do you do anything?
Front of the door.
Look, just walking back and forth.
No, there's
in a pure panic.
Logan. There's nowhere to move. You're kind of squeezed in there. You're basically all in a 5x5 space.
Phaedra wouldn't even be able to walk in front of us, would she?
Correct.
I saw
Logan is squeezed up front. So Logan, roll a dexterity saving throw as you attempt to move.
Fucking hell.
Ooh. All right. So Logan, as you attempt to move to let Phaedra pass, your elbow juts into the ruins, and the entire thing just suddenly halts. There's just a sudden movement. Everybody roll a dexterity saving throw.
Motherfucker.
What did you.
But the Cinder is probably fine because I think she's flying anyway.
Do I need
That's
to make
technically
one?
Phaedra.
Oh, okay. So Phaedra and Biddy kind of like fall against each other. You're like knocked into a wall against one another and unable to do anything. The rest of you manage to steady yourselves as the doors open. And there's a few blinking lights now. The 3 ruins are now all blinking. As if something's very wrong. And in front of you, you see a large hallway. Across from you, at some distance, you see what looks like the top of a well. And there are passageways extending to the east and west.
Is this the right area?
What?
Biddy!
Not where we should. I believe.
I push 3 again.
Nothing happens. Everything's blinking.
God damn it, you messed it up.
I frantically start slapping number 3. Just in a panic.
You hear a voice down the corridor says, "Hey, I think something's happening over there."
Oh my god.
I'm gonna go with like a hand in front of my face, like to assume the role of Mr. Braveguard. And I'm gonna
And
step
this is
out.
where I disappear, right? Disappearing.
I'm gonna step out and I'm gonna go like,
1 second, guys.
hello!
This is fine.
One second, I'm trying to type something. And unfortunately I'm lagging. And yeah, Valthor is completely stealth. None of you saw him vanish, he's just gone.
And he's going to move out, so that means there's more room in the area.
Yeah, you just suddenly notice there's more room.
Yeah, he's just standing in front of, well, I guess left to the elevator, I think it is. But,
Yes, it's an elevator!
cool, an elevator
he
in Dungeons
broke.
and Dragons.
It's magically powered!
This is not disconcerting at all, that this guy has an evil lair beyond his evil lair. No worries.
1 second, I'm waiting. I'm waiting for a response from Tobias.
Don't. It's not my fault.
I am very curious about Tobias's token right now.
Oh.
And,
Hey,
guys, Logan, you hear a voice you kind of recognize yelling out.
Oh, it's good to have him back.
I'm gonna go.
This
Oh,
guys,
Jade is excited.
guys, let me finish saying something. Logan, you hear a voice that you barely recognize, and Biddy, you kind of hear it too, and it's almost like you can't believe it. Sure, you don't quite hear it from where you're standing, and Ralph, you don't recognize the voice, yelling, "This place is dangerous, Bard!" And then somebody else yells, "Shut up, you!" Coming from
I'm
there.
wearing guards.
Lag again, hold on.
I know I'm recognizable.
Lagging, hold on. So, yeah, Tobias the guard is yelling back, "Shut up, you!" And you hear pounding feet past your cell as guards are pouring past towards where Logan is currently standing.
I'm gonna go. Hello. I don't even get a chance to bullshit.
You can certainly try, but I am putting up that just in case.
Hey, where's Will?
Where is Will?
Where is Will?
Just fine. Logan broke the lift.
Logan, man.
The dick thing of pushing all the buttons.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't push
That's
all the
practically
buttons.
what Logan did.
Fell on top.
Logan's gonna go. Hello. I'm wearing a higher uniform than they are, right? Because I took it from the one who was in charge, right?
The one
I
you
know.
think was in charge.
Yeah. I'm gonna go like, Holtz. I'm the new officer here. I'm the new attorney here, as I see Devilman. I came here to do an inspection as requested by Mr. Cole.
Roll for roll for bullshit.
I need to see if your prison system is up. I have it center.
Actually, you have it on medium because of what Tobias's character yelled. So you just got a 11.
What? Tobias' character wouldn't have known that I was the bard. I got bullshit. I got bullshit
Heinz
at that.
knows.
He recognized your voice and
I
yelled.
didn't
Roll for bullshit.
He heard you yell hello, and he's been trapped in that cell a while. He just called your voice. Now, to be fair, the guards do not see Raltho. They do not see the other people in there. They just see Logan.
Oh, yeah, that's better. Because Logan is the guy you want standing alone there while 10 evil people are looking at him. Yeah, okay. Good, I guess I'll roll initiative before I die.
And I keep getting lag problems.
Does Will hear all of?
No, Will does not hear any of this.
Are they on the wrong floor?
Yep.
Yeah,
How?
we're definitely on the wrong floor.
How could you fuck up a
Blame Logan!
Logan fell pretty much.
Hey, click button number 3. Okay, 2.
No, we to be fair, we did press 3 and then Logan fell.
And pressed all of them, so...
To reiterate, Phaedra tried to move, and that pushed me.
So you rolled a 16 on your deck save, so it wasn't horrible. So I think it was just meant to be fucked.
Hey, Heinz roll for
It was
initiative?
just meant to be fucked.
Sure.
Cool.
Oh, look.
Hold on.
My token somewhere.
Yeah, I'll put your token down. There we go.
I love how I rolled a 5 instead of 14.
So let me do a quick
everything
mock-up of
famous.
this, because there are things like cells and other objects. Like,
I'm gonna
Heinz
open
is in
my
a
check.
tiny cell over here. There is a hallway here that has also other cells along it. There are other people in those. Oops, there's other peoples in those cells that Heinz hasn't been able to see. And there is, hold on, a large area. Sorry about the color change. And over here is the elevator. I'll rearrange your characters, put them in there. Sorry, I keep lagging. And then there's another corridor down the other way. I don't know why this thing keeps lagging like this, but I blame Windows.
I do too.
Always blame Windows.
Yeah.
I sometimes blame doors.
But yeah, it's like that.
I'm sure it's fine.
And then there is a well.
Well.
Oops.
I want to jump into the well. I mean, what?
Is Will
Please
is
don't.
Will in the well? Will Will be in the well?
Well,
You don't know.
Will Will be well in the well?
Will.
Will.
Okay.
Well, Will's gone.
And there's the setup. Sort of. Hold on.
Cannot resist.
Yeah.
Other.
I do apologize. I keep friggin' lagging. I hate this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're
Don't,
all good.
don't mind me. I was just trying to make this not quite as big. Cause they're not supposed to be as wide as that. So I'm just trying to fix that a bit.
Squeezy.
Scooshed.
But yeah, okay, there's the cell.
Aw.
Random question. This little devil chick thing, whatever she is, have we seen her before?
It looks a bit like what Biddy looks like.
Hi.
Except without the dwarven and the long limbs, but
Yeah,
otherwise
except
very
the
similar.
part.
I was gonna say from the time when they threw a firebolt at our.
No, definitely not a
Mary.
tiefling.
Okay. Wait, it was a tiefling that betrayed another tiefling?
Yes, that was a tiefling. All right, guys. Friggin' lag! I hate you. I hate you. You have to fix this
I'm
stupid
sorry.
Windows. You have to fix the stupid Windows. I hate you right now, Windows.
I
You're
mean,
messing with my
same.
stream.
They don't keep the cold air out. Like,
So Phaedra gets to go first. The guards did not see her yet. Logan and Ralthor see them, and Logan and Biddy can hear the voice of Heinz.
Yes, and I shall plan something.
Where's the door on this, by the way?
There's no door. This is just I wanted to use
Just a hallway?
squares. Yeah, these are just hallways. I just wanted to
Okay.
use squares rather than trying to do it long ways. But there's no doors except for where
So-
Heinz is at.
So from there, can she see Heinz in the cell?
No, these are walls. The cell is very closed off. She just knows that there's somebody yelling from what appears to be a cell.
Okay, so there's no bars or anything. She just
There,
sees a cell
there's like basically a door, or one of those doors with little bars at the top.
Okay.
Yeah, she's
Before
gonna
Phaedra
go.
leaves, Rathel's gonna ask, do you want me to go save that person that's yelling out?
Yes.
Okay.
I can do it.
And then she will step forward. And she's going to hold her attack action if anybody gets within range in hostile manner.
All right. Yeah, there's like several more cells here. You can't see into any of them. Just try to like lay that out there so that you guys can see that. There's actually teams of 6, but I just want to put out 4 at the moment.
Okay. I gotcha.
It would have been more important if you guys were in these cells, but since you're not, since you managed to escape from that fate. I only need the 4th to build. Okay. So you're gonna wait. Just for the sake of expediency, Heinz, no, you're not shackled or tied up. You have been, and you've actually been tortured a few times, but you've been fed recently, so that you are still functional. You're not exhausted. It's not a very comfortable place, but there's kind of a mattress, so it's not like you haven't been getting in a bad sleep or anything like that. I mean, like a completely exhausted sleep. So you're not shackled, you're not roped, you're just in a cell that you haven't been able to get yourself out of. This guy waits in a protective stance as well. As does this guy. He kind of forms up over here. Malthor.
So they can't see me, right?
As far as you know.
Well, he's gonna go here and then use the bonus action to dash again. I'm pretty sure I can
27
do that,
friggin'.
Then he's gonna go here.
Woof. Woof.
What?
Puppers.
Sorry.
Pupper.
Cute little
puppers.
puppers.
Pupper to pupper.
And they still can't see me, right?
So they don't appear to see you. You don't know for certain if they see you or not. All you know is that, as far as you can tell, that you managed to sneak by them.
Well, I have snuck by them. Can I even attempt to unlock?
You've used your you used a bonus action move because you're a rogue,
Yeah.
correct? So you still have your action, yeah.
Okay, let's do this. I will use my sleight of hand to do it. If that makes sense.
Yes.
Does that work?
Click, 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 click. Let's see.
Should be more than that too with your proficiency.
Hmm.
You fiddle with the lock for a moment, and it clicks open, revealing a half elf who looks a bit ragged and is currently unarmored and has no weapon. Hi. I think it lagged out again. I didn't hear.
Unless he can see, he just sees a door opening by itself.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah, Heinz, you see the guards, and for a moment you think you see a flash of purple, but it could have been an illusion.
I'm just standing there, like, with arms behind my back, just observing.
I imagine that Heinz sees Phaedra standing in the hallway.
I give a friendly laugh.
Heinz has I don't think Fine's ever met Phaedra.
No, he didn't. So he just sees a random ass dwarf.
Nope, but I see people who are willing to distract the gods.
Yeah, you see a random badass dwarf.
Cool. Yeah, that's useful.
Phaedra looks just kind of like gives like a little wave with her battle.
But you definitely heard Logan, so who you last saw vanish into a portal.
He's
Cinder is going to. She's got a fly speed of 60.
Mm-hmm.
So she's gonna go 10 and then 45. So you see just this little dragon pop ahead into the cell and like look around. Notices the half elf.
There's nothing strange about this. Cool.
It's a little, green and red dragon, and as it gets close to you, it smells oddly of cinnamon and nutmeg.
Yum.
And she's going to ready a bite for this guard if it attacks any.
Okay. Shuri, what do you do?
Well, you see,
As you get over there, you catch sight of Heinz. Behind a now open cell.
oh hi Heinz.
You know him.
Shiori. I knew my letter would arrive.
Arrived. Is that the one that Biddy got? Because he hasn't shared that.
Do I hear this conversation?
Yes.
Typical Randy.
Oh boy.
Shiori is going to. She's got her shield and katana. She's going to ready an action if any of them come at her. She's going to give them not a happy fun time.
Other guard just kind of, sees the very experienced looking dwarf and elf and looks back at, the boss over here. Then looks back at you, grimaces, and lets out a war whoop as they come charging at you with a spear. Hold on one second.
That's fine.
Lagging. I hate you, sheet, right now. I hate lag. Lag is horrible. Lag is evil. Windows must die at the moment.
It's trying.
Grizz
Especially when I keep lagging.
loves at Grizz.
Yes, it does. Now I'm getting all twisted up and everything, and I can't see what I'm looking at. 'Cause stupid map. Okay.
Oh.
Sorry. Like I said, I am yelling at the stupid computer for the stupid update that destroyed everything. So this guy comes running at you with a two-handed spear. It attempts to skewer you. But you have, of course, that lovely coat of displacer cloak of yours.
My turn.
So you just
So I
kind
have
of
my
holding
actions.
attack action.
swing your attack action right up at them. And you see blood just leaking down from their midsection.
I just love that. This is
If I
my
recall,
turn.
didn't we only get one? Oh, that's right. No, that's an attack, not a reaction. Never mind. So yeah, as you do
Yeah.
that, no, the first attack, the first attack actually missed. So the second attack, so I want to hit them. 15, 13,
I
16,
figured as
16.
much.
Nice. So Heinz, you currently have no weapons, no armor.
I give a good look on this guy who I probably know a little bit about.
This guy has brought you between torture sessions. Although most of the time you have, when he's not there, you've seen the big guy, Oberon, and the Dragonborn, Yuki, who have come and tormented you.
Alright, well, he's gonna have to make a deception. Well, I'll roll insight.
Okay.
Yep. Gosh darn it.
Oh shit.
They're naturally skilled with deception.
Well, and then I guess it would be hard to just take, like, a weapon from one of the guards. Is there any torturing tools in here?
No. That would be in the torture room, which you know is off in this direction.
Okay. Ralph,
You do not know Net Ralthor.
say Ralph, I just act out character.
I can't hear anything, unfortunately. Everything went topsy-turvy.
He was talking about out of character.
Oh, okay.
What Ralthor was holding, but really all he's holding is thieves' tools.
Yeah, for a moment
Cool.
there, I thought you were talking out loud, and then everything vanished into silence because I couldn't hear anymore.
I'm just like gonna give a pat on Ralph's.
You don't see
Side.
him. He's
Yeah.
as far as you know, he's.
All right.
You know that there has to be
You just
someone
see a
there.
dragon.
You just see the dragonborn. You just see the little dragon that's there.
Yeah, the dragon opened yourself.
Cool.
You don't know that. You don't know any different.
Alright, well, I'm just gonna walk out here and punch the guy then. Can I... Punch this guy.
Okay.
So that's just a... We should have a +0 too.
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah, that's a miss.
oh no!
But technically this guy is on my side, so I have advantage.
How would that
Oh,
go on
that
your
is.
side?
He likes me.
He likes me.
He's the good cop.
Nah.
He was the one that gave me extra pudding.
So the Canadian just kind of like looks around, looks over at Heinz, and like, how did you get out of your cell? Get back in there before you get yourself killed right here.
I'm full of mysteries.
Full of... Love that ring.
And then it looks over towards Phaedra and smiles. Phaedra, wisdom saving throw, please.
Phaedra.
Phaedra.
Oh.
Uh-oh. Oh no. Please be smart.
Wisdom. That's different.
Yeah, it's wisdom.
Oh, is it? Whoops.
Nope. Oh dear.
Oh, no.
dear.
He smiles at her.
Magical effect, cinders within 30 feet, advantage.
Ooh, yes, actually. You get to roll one more time.
Oh,
Come on.
Come on. You can do it. I believe in you.
Nope.
I'm
This
using
is
my...
actually
No,
not
no,
a-
no, no, no! I'm using my D...
Your inspiration. Wow, somebody's actually using their inspiration for something.
Hey,
Mother...
Well, that one.
So the Cambion just smiles at Phaedra and says, "Dear, why don't you help me get these people back in their cells?"
No, he didn't say kill.
Correct. She nods.
He smiles. Excellent.
Technically, she was holding her attack action, so would
oh
start.
She would do what she thinks she needs to do. I mean, it is charm. So she still loves Shiori. Which means she probably wouldn't want to do any actual harm to her, but she does have the command that she needs to get Shiori into a cell.
You broke up.
I said, well, she
Shiori.
loves Shiori, so she probably wouldn't want to harm her if she hasn't been told specifically to harm her. However, she has been told to put them in a cell, so she probably will do whatever she can to put Shiori in a cell.
Okay. She will then wrap her arms around Shiori, and she will try to drag her over to the...
Shiori, okay, grapple checks.
Yeah.
I imagine disadvantage because of Displacer Cloak.
Yep.
Come on, we need Phaedra to be bad at this.
Aha!
You go to hug Shiori tightly, and she just managed to slip out of your grip. Although she's probably a bit surprised by this. That she did hear the Cambion say that, so it's very possible that she already would know. Therefore, something's going on.
Yeah. I feel really bad for that Cambion right now.
Logan.
I mean, it just charm, but hey, counter charm. I'll start playing some music. I'll play some upbeat fighting music in the background. I'll just in the background, lighting the mood a bit. I'm gonna healing word Shiori as well. Why not? I have 6 hit points.
So
I'm done.
Phaedra, before he got a chance to play, you did get a chance to re-roll that charm effect. The wisdom saving throw.
Can't hear Grit.
Before Logan's thing comes into effect, you also got the chance to re-roll wisdom saving throw at the end of your turn.
Oh, cool. Let me roll that again.
Come on.
Nope, you're still charmed. Alright, so now Logan's playing, which means you get advantage, as does anyone else in the area.
Cool.
Which leaves us to Biddy.
You know, I had a plan, but now Phaedra has practically turned against us by force, so... I... make my way up here.
Backstab Logan.
Yes. We were all thinking it.
Yeah, even me.
And... what spells do I have? Alright, let's give this a shot. I'm going to use command at the what's he called again? The
Cadian?
demon guy. Cadian, yeah. And just
Cambion.
say as
You completely broke up on me.
I'm gonna use command on the guy. I'm terrible with the names. And just say grovel.
Okay, what's your DC on that?
It's 12.
Oops. Hold on.
Dirt falls prone and ends its turn. That's dirty.
Yeah.
Good lord, I forgot how dirty command was.
Oh! Wow! You actually succeeded on that. The Cambion really cannot believe this. As it suddenly just kind of falls to its knees and it starts to blink rapidly and, kind of lower its head. The guards around are very confused at this as well.
That worked better than I thought. And that was my turn.
Hold on, I can't see the stupid thing on the screen for some reason. There we go. The guard kind of looks back and it's like, looking very shaken and looks around And sees that Heinz is out of his cell and looks around and says, this is bad. This is very bad. Boss isn't gonna like this. And it seems to be reaching for something on its belt. Anyone have any reactions?
Nope. not
Which
me.
guard?
This guard right over here.
Nope.
What's he doing?
Seems to be reaching for something on his belt. But that's gonna take a full turn and
Just hope.
want it to grab. Ah,
But
crap.
yes.
Lag. I hate you, lag.
I think the only two reactions are Logan, Biddy, Ralph, or Heinz and Cinder.
He's currently quite far away.
Yeah.
What? What is that?
That's the charm symbol on you. Sorry.
Oh, okay. I was like, why is the guard charming me? What the fuck is going on?
Yeah, Phaedra is still under the cambium effects.
So she'll try to grapple Shiori again. Disadvantage.
Please fail.
Yep.
Oh, thank God I didn't these.
Another hug gets missed. But you now have advantage on a wisdom saving throw to shake out of it. I can't hear a word you're saying. You keep breaking up.
This
Alright.
20 motherfuckers!
Your mind is once again your own.
Gets
She
the hug anyway. Haha. I'm sorry.
glares at this thing with seeming hatred. And she can't do anything. That was the end of her turn. Grizz?
Yeah, I heard you.
Okay, I
Okay,
could
this-
not hear you.
This guy is also still looking around. I didn't say anything. That was the thing. I was drinking something. It's also looking around right now and is also grabbing for something on its belt.
I'm like,
As does this guy.
oh god.
Ralthor.
So he's, he's just gonna run over here and short sword.
With
with a sneak
advantage.
attack.
Advantage and sneak attack on this guy.
Here we go.
Advantage is 20, so you get him. 14 sneak attack, only 3 damage after that. So it's 17. Ugh. Blood trickles out between this guy's wings. He kind of reminds you of what Biddy looks like now, except that, Biddy has some dwarven features and slightly longer limbs.
Does that make me again?
What?
Oh yeah.
Am I now seen?
You're
Might
now
have a-
more visible, so you'd have to use a bonus action
Reroll?
to attempt to
Yes.
hide.
I will hide once again.
Hide behind what?
The guy that's currently
I'm
prone,
just
possibly?
invisible.
No, not invisible, but
Because-
yeah.
You can't see me. Oh.
Cinder, what do you do?
Let's see if she gets it back. Yep. Wait, hold on. Nope.
Time to get no noms.
She.
And that's a miss.
That's all she can do.
Oops. Shiri.
10. They're grabbing for something, so she's gonna, with her shield still in hand, kind of run past away from this guy. I
That
imagine
guy
she-
gets an attack of opportunity, which misses.
Yeah, no. And she will, because she's not risking whatever the hell they're planning on doing, drops the shield. And the one here
Okay.
is going to get the first strike.
His blood just kind of pours down off the body and onto the ground.
Assume he's still alive.
Yeah, he's still alive.
And she will.
It seems to be mumbling something just as you finish him off. Roll perception check, Sherry.
Alright. Now's the time to roll good, sure.
As you land the killing blow, you see an odd smile take this guy's face.
This is fine.
And I'm going to look at the other two. Whatever you're doing, stop.
This guy kind of starts backing away towards here and also appears to be grabbing at their belt now. Heinz.
Sorry. You're breaking up a little bit, so I missed something. I only heard Heinz.
That's all I said.
The guards were holding.
You're breaking up. I can't hear a word you're saying.
The guards, these ones,
Okay.
they are holding something.
They're
Yes.
taking something up off their belts. Roll perception. You can't really tell what it is. The fabric of their clothing is concealing it.
All right. Was that any kind of action, a bonus action for me?
Free action.
Because-
Go with a free action on that one.
All right. Does this one have any kind of... what weapon is he holding?
A spear.
As I looked at the belt, did he have a knife there?
You don't know. You already rolled your perception check and you didn't see what they might have at their belt.
Alright, you know what? This is what my character would do. He would grab at something that he might have in his pocket and see. Hopefully it's a knife.
Trying to grab for what the guy's grabbing for?
He's gonna grab for something that he has on his belt.
Alright, sleight of hand.
Cool.
You managed to
Nice.
grab a knife that this guy apparently was grabbing for.
I have a knife now.
That was your bonus action. What do you do with your action?
Stab him. Actually, you know what? I'll go around this way.
And you're stabbing the guy across from Shuri for flanking?
Yeah, so it's advantage, which it's a miss. Oh no, wait, sorry, I rolled with advantage. I didn't add that.
Yes, you do. And that's a kill. Roll perception check.
These perception checks are making me concerned.
They should.
It's like I have a passive of 17, but
Yeah, but
Yeah,
you're,
they
in
just
the,
got a pat.
you're in the middle of battle, so the passives don't exactly work so much.
okay.
The Cambion stands up and begins to. Let's see. He's not moving. I can't get to the thing to read to take it off right there because it's too close to the side. And starts looking around as a free action. See if it spots Ralthor. Excuse me. And doesn't. Growls. That tiefling. The boss wants her to keep him alive, but I can get him down if I see him. You hear him muttering.
Oh, good. We
And,
need to keep you alive.
and he also just kind of like smiles, looking over at you. Yes, then I need to find that tiefling, and then points over at Shiori and casts fire ray at her twice.
Oh shit.
Yep.
Well, I'm glad I'm not you.
It's fine. That is minus 14.
Yep. And then it's Logan's turn.
So Phaedra's fine, right?
Yeah, Phaedra's
Okay.
fine now.
Phaedra's pissed, but yeah.
Logan's gonna run up and he's gonna be ballsy and he's gonna swing at this guy. I guess with the rapier, because I have that. That's right.
And that's a miss.
And I'm gonna bonus action Mantle of Inspiration on Phaedra, myself, Ralph. HP, and Phaedra can move if she wants.
Can
And
we all move if you want to?
Yeah, I do.
you can leave your cares behind.
Yeah, and no opportunity attack.
5, 10, 15. Hello.
There are no opportunity attacks if that matters for anyone.
Biddy.
Alright, well,
Wait,
Might as
do we
well-
want this guy alive or
run up over here and
I would like.
okay?
stab the guy next to me. No hard feelings.
You managed to kill him with one blow.
Oh,
And his face actually looks
That was-
shocked
Oh no.
as a necrotic pall settles over him for a moment. But then something happens and your sword feels warm for a second as the body slumps to the ground.
what?
And doesn't get up again.
But he's just looking at the body in disbelief at this point.
Something's wrong.
You just hear a loud, "What?"
And Biddy goes, "You have failed me, sword," and throws it away.
Phaedra.
So technically, she was chilling back here. She hasn't really taken a swing at anything. Would her passive come into play with the shenanigans with the belt?
Yeah, you don't see anything on the belt at all. In fact, it looks like Hines took the knife that the guy was reaching for. There's something odd about that knife. It has some weird ruins on it.
You cut out. It has something what?
There's something odd about the knife that Hines is now holding that was on that guy's belt. It has some weird ruins on it.
I
And now Shiori cut out. I couldn't hear.
was repeating.
Yeah, he was just repeating for me
Alright.
because I couldn't understand. She is going to. Oof. Yeah, she's gonna take a swing at this guy.
Okay.
Is that with advantage because of Cinder? I don't
Yep.
know.
Yep.
Sweet. Hopefully this won't fuck us.
You see you
And-
standing there like, "No, my knife."
you end up decapitating him. You hear a small chuckle coming from the Cambion behind you. Everybody roll wisdom saving throws as a strange flash of light just appears coming up from the bodies around you.
Wisdom saving throw?
Ooh.
Yep, wisdom saving throw.
Okay, advantage.
I have wisdom save. What the fuck?
Nope. If you're talking, Grizz, I can't hear you.
Biddy, Logan, Shiori, Ralthor, Heinz.
Oh, yeah.
I said all of
Did
you.
everyone?
Oh,
I
we
didn't
didn't
hear that part.
Yeah,
We
you're
didn't
breaking
do that
up.
part.
Yeah, and you guys are breaking up for me half the time. I'm gonna be rooting after this session.
Was it with advantage or just normal?
Just normal.
Oh no!
So
No, fuck.
everyone but Heinz is blinded just for a moment. This lights Ralthor up brightly. The Cambion smiles and reaches over and grabs Ralthor's arm. There you are. And
What?
it seems to be casting something while everybody but Heinz is distracted.
It's not his turn.
Oh wait, Cinder needs to do one too.
Sure, you got a 19. Jesus.
Yeah, everybody but Heinz is blinded, temporarily, as Ralthor is lit up and the Cambion just grabs for him, and it seems to be casting something. But Heinz, you get to a reaction. What do you wish to do?
Well, should I be at advantage here if I attack?
What do you wish to do? I know you wouldn't
Grapple
get
him.
advantage because Ralthor. Actually, no, you would get advantage because he's busy with Ralthor at the moment. But okay, you're gonna grapple him. Got it.
I mean,
So you advantage
yeah.
on that. Go for it.
I'm not trying to hold him down. I'm more like just trying to reach my arms around him in a hug.
Okay, but you still get to do the grapple attack, and he has a disadvantage because he's not really noticing you at the moment, which means you have advantage. Alright. This is actually a disadvantage, but let's see. So he rolled a 10, but he still smiles as you put your arms around him and says, "Fine, you can come too." And casts,
Great!
casts plane shift. Gunk.
I just didn't want Ralph to go alone.
Logan, Biddy, Phaedra, Shiori, you're now standing there, Sans, Ralthor, and Heinz, and the Cambion.
What happened?
Where'd it go?
That's
Fuck you, Grizz!
Don't worry, Jesse. I'm here with you.
that's a good
In
question.
fact, I can switch over to you two if you like.
Oh god.
Just so you know they can be reassured about what's going on.
You can just write F in chat if we're fucked.
Phaedra, Biddy, Logan, Shiori, you okay with that?
Whatever. Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry about the stupid lagging. Like I said, hopefully next session it'll stop with the stupid friggin' lag. Oops, the wrong person
Why
down there.
is Jet in there?
Yeah.
I'm like, what? Why? There we go.
It's the lag.
Oh, fine. This is
Sorry about that. That's
This is
that's all
perfect.
the lag. Okay, so the two of you, the Cambion just kind of shrugs Heinz off of him as you appear in a really nice room. There are a few couches and a nice table with some decanters of wine, and there's a figure, a man with black and silver hair and a short goatee, also peppered with silver. And he smiles a bit as he sees Ralthor and kind of looks over at Heinz and says, "You should sit down." But then smiles at Ralthor again. As his
Waves.
kind of silvery eyes flash
Cunt
behind.
Lord McGee.
What'd you say, Heinz?
Cunt Lord McGee, I assume.
No. Apparently you got here by accident.
No, I got here on purpose.
Either way, sit down. Enjoy my hospitality for a bit. I have to talk with talk with. Sorry. Talk with Ancium here.
I think I've enjoyed your hospitality for quite enough time, really.
Well, there's.
I mean,
Fucking go wrong. 2 rugs. Okay, sorry.
I'm not against.
Okay, that completely lagged out again.
How much wine?
Now you guys are breaking up. Stupid freaking.
Well, shit.
I'm really, really sorry.
That's all good.
1 second. I'm
I
gonna
can
try
hear-
disconnecting and reconnecting.
Yes.
Okay, there we go.
Hello.
Let's try that. I didn't hear a single thing Tobias said.
I forgot what I said.
So you just.
Oh
gotta
yeah,
run
sorry.
with it.
Yeah. I appreciate the upgrade. I mean, I've been enjoying your hospitality quite some time, but that was downstairs.
The kid. And the man smiles and says, "Not exactly downstairs." And the Cambion just goes over, pours a glass of wine, and brings it over to Logan. And the bearded man comes over towards Ralthor and says, "It is a pleasure to see you again, Anselm."
You're cutting. I mean,
Did either of you hear me?
yeah, you're cutting up a lot, but you said Logan. Is he here?
No, I said Anselm.
Oh, who's Anselm?
You'd remember, Ralthor. It's the name your mother blessed you with the day you were born.
Oh, shit.
It's your birth name, in other words.
Don't drink that, boy. It's probably poison.
I'm
not
poison.
drinking.
And Heinz, you're the only one that was given a drink.
Wait, I got a drink?
Yes, the drink was brought over to you.
Ah, yes. Well, in that case.
At any rate.
That sounded weird again. It sounded like Hannibal Lecter.
I am going to reboot all of friggin' Discord at this point because it's breaking up on you guys too. So give me a minute, please. Sorry.
It did sound like.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I can hear, but I assume we are lagging to you as well.
I hate you tonight, computer, especially because this is one of the scenes that I've been waiting for ages. So I am really pissed off right now.
One word, Chris. Cliffhanger.
Oh my god.
That is the possibility of that.
You might actually have to try and figure out a way to revert your windows if you can.
Yeah, I might have to.
Or, I don't know. Check if it's actually updated, because it might be missing an update.
It all happened after an update.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So try and see if you can find a way to revert. Probably the best.
Can you guys hear me right now? Okay, no. Alright. At this point, cliffhanger it is, because like I said, I've been so excited for this, for this, and I thought it wasn't going to happen, and then the Cambion, provided the apt opportunity for it, so I am so excited, and I've been waiting
Could
for
we
it,
say?
and I don't want it to be fucked up like this, so. Yeah.
Last thing though. Fancy carpet on the ground, right?
Yeah, very fancy carpet, very fancy room.
I pour out the wine on it while just staring at the cambion.
The Cambion's just kind of watching you. Doesn't do anything else, though. And I will talk to the rest of the party. 1 second, guys. Due
What's
to
on your mind?
internet problems, guys, we're going to be leaving this off at a cliffhanger. You guys seeing 2 of your companions just vanish, a 3rd one missing somewhere on another level, things happening that you have no idea what the hell's going on anymore. And we're doing that because my friggin' computer keeps lagging and nobody can hear me and I can't hear them.
Yeah,
That's fair.
Okay.
but better to have a quality session. Than
Yeah, I've been
um,
looking so forward to this. I thought it wasn't gonna this part of it this wasn't gonna happen because you guys managed to escape and escape and escape, and then the Cambion, and I'm like, ooh, Ralphor is right there with the friggin' Cambion. The Cambion can just plane shift them away. Yes. So that
That's
Ralphor
fine.
gets to.
I'm
gets a
glad
special
you're excited
conversation.
about it.
Yeah, this is fine. You know, we would have all been safe had Will